week's 36-10 loss to Charles City. Head coach Doug Winkowich is in his 11th year at West Delaware and is the all-time wins leader with a record of 81-26. Now, tonight, you got a chance here to make history, that is, Brett Lammers does. Brett Lammers, the quarterback for West Delaware, is closing in on a milestone as he has 4,147 yards of total offense and is just 41 yards short of tying the school record. Hey, Bill Logan, what's the synopsis of tonight's ball game?
Well, this team's glad to be back on Brown Field. They've been away the last couple of weeks, and they're really excited to be back out in front of the home crowd here tonight and getting some bumps and bruises healed up. That was an awful physical game last Friday night at Waverly, and these guys were awfully sore Saturday and over the weekend. But, you know, it's Friday night. It's game time. These guys are ready to go.
Beautiful night for football. You got a slight breeze here out of the south. Could have an effect as it's going directly from right to left here. Both teams are on the sidelines. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for West Delaware. First on defense. At right end, it's sophomore 6'6" John Nagel. At defensive tackle, it's 6'2" junior Colin Brown. At nose tackle, it's senior Adam Niehaus. At defensive end, it's junior Kyle McGrain. At back, junior Bennett Cole. At safety, junior Colin Weber. At linebacker, it's Ryan Solomon, a senior. At cornerback, it's Austin Bishop, another senior. And another cornerback is junior DeAndre Daniels. And at safety, it's junior Max Reidenauer and junior Sam Maloney. And so a pretty solid defense up front there.
Yeah, this defense has been doing a good job all year so far, and you'd like to see that come out and keep going the way they have been.
Take a look at the offensive lineup here for West Delaware. Start off with the tackles. At tackle will be 6'1", 253-pound Colin Weber, and 6'2", 209-pound junior Colin Brown. At the guards, it will be 6', 243-pound Adam Niehaus, and senior 5'10", 212-pound Austin Monahan. And centering up things in the offensive line for West Delaware, it will be 5'10", 201-pound senior Ryan Solomon. In the backfield, we'll have Ryan Kelly, a senior at 6'4", Dalen Putz, a senior at 5'7", Austin Bishop, a senior at 5'10", John Nagel, big weapon there, 6'6", 228-pound sophomore. Tough on the pass receptions. And, of course, at quarterback, you've got senior Brett Lammers. He's 6 foot, 195 pounds. And, of course, who can't forget about, Brett Lammers is a senior, 6 foot, 295 pounds. And running back, Coy Russo, a junior at 5'10", 185 pounds. So, beautiful night for football. The Hawks will be defending the north end zone. They're in their charcoal gray tops with the orange trim and black helmets. The Vinton Shellsburg Vikings will be in their white jerseys with the gold trim. The pants are gold with the black stripes. Helmets are black with a little bit of gold in it. So here we go. Opening kickoff.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night out. You know, we're back to some football type temperatures. You know, early in the season last week they, down in the 40s, for 40s and 50s for temperature. Now we're back up around 70 degrees to start this kickoff, just under 70 degrees. So football weather here tonight, and I think we're going to see a lot of good positives coming out of this Hawk team tonight. This
is head coach for Vinton Shellsburg, Jim Womachill's third season with Vinton Shellsburg. He has a 6-15 record as he comes into tonight's contest. So here we go. The opening kickoff back at about the 5-yard line. The deep man, and the kick is a high end-over-end kick. Going to be caught at the 5, out to the 10, the 15, the 20, up the right sideline, the 25. One man to beat, cuts away, and gets tackled at the 35.
Trent Curley was back there for the Hawks and got a nice about 20-yard pickup there to start this game off. So this is kind of the tempo that the Hawks wanted to start off tonight.
Almost broke that one. A nice run up the right sideline. Nearly had that one beat, and the guy had an angle on him. Here we go. Hawks in trips to the left side. Lammers back with a short snap about the pistol's position behind him. Of course, it's Russell. Defensively, you've got a 5-2 they're facing. Middle linebacker looks like he might blitz, then he backs off. Snap, handoff inside, goes around the left side. and brought down behind the line of scrimmage. So Russell with the loss on the play, so it's now second down. And about 11. Nowhere to go on that one. Maybe if he would have turned it up right away between the guards, but he got bounced around onto the left side.
Yeah, just the Vinton got a good push up front on defensive line, and that's where this is going to start at tonight, is up front between these offensive defensive line. So West Delaware needs to get off to a good start on the offensive line with Weber, Newhouse, Solomon, Monahan, and Brown. And they need to dig down deep here and really work.
Trips to the left side, wide out to the right side, out of the eye. Our single back in the backfield is Russell. Motion by the slot man from left to right. They fake the handoff. Lambert tucks it away. Straight up the center. Out across the 35. Close to the 39-yard line. So pick up about 5 by Lambert. That was a fake handoff, and he took it right up the gut, right behind the center. And so a pickup of about 5. So it's third down and a short 5.
Yeah,
right?
Nice hole open there by the senior Solomon and senior Austin Monahan. Did a nice job of kicking out and allowing Lammers to get a 5-yard gain.
Wide up the far sideline. Double slot here as well on the right next to the 2 tackles. And Lammers rolls out to the left side. It's going to be a pass. Rolls back to his right. Comes across the right side. And he overthrows Nagel here right in front of us. Goes out of bounds. It will be fourth down. Little pressure there from the left and right. Lammers wanted to roll around to the left, and he came back to the right, and Nagel was open, but he let that one sail. Now, that wind, when you throw into a wind like this, Tony, that ball is going to sail.
Yeah, you kind of wonder if Brent was trying to compensate for that wind a little bit and didn't realize that he probably didn't need to do quite as much on that ball.
So dropping back to punt. And here we go. This is going to be a short shank kick. That one is going to go out of bounds here. They're going to say it marked out of bounds at about the 49-yard line. So that's a kick of about 9 yards. So not a real good kick here. Lammers, the quarterback, also does the punting, which makes it very handy for the Hawks as he starts up in the pistol up nice and close. And then if the Hawks want to run a fake, they can. Then he jogs back to the normal punting position. That one went off the right side of his ankle, so that one will be 1st and 10 now. Vinton Shellsburg already inside West Delaware territory.
Yeah, the Hawk defense has got to put one together here.
Fumble on the play, ball bounces around, it's still loose, and West Delaware might have dove on it here. And let's say, I think they did. Bad snap there, it rolled away here, and it rolled all the way back to the 45-yard line. So the turnover works just like a first down for West Delaware. It's 1st and 10 Hawks from the 45-yard line of Vinton Shellsburg. That one simply got away from the hands of the quarterback, Jordan Wamachil. And so it's 1st and 10 West Delaware. So a big break already here with 10:29 to go in our first quarter.
That's big for the defense, and they really didn't force a fumble, but they got to take advantage here on offense.
Hawks heading from our left to our right to the south end zone. Motion from right to left. Hand off to Russell, straight up the gut. Nowhere to go with it. It brings up 2nd down and 10.
Not getting a good push up front, and the defensive line for Vinton, and there's some big boys there, but we know that the front line for West Delaware can move some guys, because we've seen Russell break some runs open and gain a lot of yards so far this year.
As of right now, though, Vinton Shellsburg pretty much owns controls from tackle to tackle on those straightforward moves. Trips on the left side, wide out on the right side. Lammers in the pistol. Russell right behind him with the snap. Pass the slot to the left side, far side of the field. Turns it right up the middle. And he can fumble on late flag. We got a flag. We got a fumble. All kinds of stuff happening right in front of the Vinton Shellsburg bench here. And I'm not sure how they're going to straighten this one out. Which came first, the fumble or the flag?
Looks like they didn't change possession on the fumble, so.
Okay. And then the flag is picked up, so it's now 3rd down and a short yard. So trips on the right side, which is the wide side of the field, wide out the far side of the field. That's Nagel over there, and we've got Russell directly behind Lammers. A snap to Lammers. He's going to tuck it away off the left guard tackle gap. Big hole there inside the 30, down to the 25. A pickup of close to 10 yards for Brent Lammers. So 1st and 10 Hawks.
Yeah, nice job by the left side of that offensive line with Weber and Newhouse stealing off that, so Lammers was able to get around and pick up that 1st down on 3rd down and short.
9:38 to go here in our first quarter. The Hawks with their 2nd possession. It's 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. 5-man front here. So the 52 defense once again for Vinton Shellsburg. Slot on the right side, wide out on the left side. We actually have trips on the right side. Handoff inside to Russell. Russell nowhere to go with it. He bounces around the right side. Still on his feet inside the 25. Tackle from behind at the 25. So that brings up now 2nd down and 10.
Not much going there for the running game so far, but I've seen Austin Bishop doing a nice job on the right side, picking up a few blocks, so Corey Russell could at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
There's a lot of size there on that defense that the Hawks are facing. Again, out of the pistol. Hand off to Russell. Off left guard tackle gap. Squirms his way forward. And a fumble on the play here. No fumble. They're going to say it is possibly here. Yes, It is a fumble. Wow, that is, I believe, the 3rd fumble here tonight already. 2 for Vinton Shellsburg and 1 for West Delaware. This is
2 for West Delaware.
2 for West Delaware.
They got the 1 back.
You're right. 8:48 to go here in our first quarter. Vinton Shellsburg now takes over. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Night like tonight, you wouldn't think that ball's very slippery. You know, I could understand it on a cold, rainy night, but tonight it's fairly warm out there. Handoff around the far side of the field, around the right side end. A carry by Nick Highland. Highland, a 5'9", 155-pound junior. He picks up about 3 on the play. It's now 2nd down and 7. Ball set between the hash marks.
Nice job by the defensive line to get a push there and stop him for only a 4-yard gain.
Highland averages 6.4 on the year. He's a leading rusher for Vinton Shellsburg. So 2nd down and 6 now from the 24-yard line with 8:16 to go in our first quarter. Quarterback comes under center, turns back around the left side it goes. It comes this way now right in front of us, and Highland gets driven back. Pick up a yard on the play and a late flag thrown. Those late flags are typically face masks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Nagel and Colin Weber in there on the tackle. Did a nice job pursuing that ball. Just a good job for getting a no gain there.
It's a face mask against West Delaware. The early calls typically are holding us one or the other, but the late ones are typically first some kind of a penalty there. And that time it was the holding penalty, so now it's 2nd down and short yardage. 2nd down and a short 3. Ball between the hash marks. Vinton Shellsburg going from our right to our left here. Wide out to the left side. We got a slot on the left side, end and tight on the right side. Motion from the right to left by the end. He takes the ball around the left side end around here. Knocked out of bounds in front of the West Delaware sideline. Knocked out of bounds at the 30. Close to a 1st down, though. Might have got just exactly what he needed. Picked up 3. He needed 2.5. He got it. So end around from the right side to left. Went in motion from right. Quick handoff, and he squared around, cut the corner. He knew what he needed. 1st and 10, Vinton Shellsburg.
Max Ridenauer on the tackle for the Hawks. Drove him out of bounds. So get a new start for Vinton here. So hopefully the Hawks can get big here and make a stop.
Ball in near hash mark. Slot man goes from left to right up the middle. A quick trap there. And back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play. That was Brandon Geiger, 6', 200-pound senior. Running back, averages 5.4. So it's 2nd down now and a 9 at the 31-yard line. So a battle between the trenches right now.
Colin Brown on the stop there for the Hawks, but a big gang tackle there by the Hawks. Big group of them come in to finish them off, but credit Colin Brown on getting the stop.
Trips to the right side, wide on the left side, goes in motion. He takes the ball. He gets 3 blockers on the far side of the field, angles to the sideline, turns it up, and Nick Highland gets run out of bounds after picking about 6 on the play. Across the 35, out to close to the 38-yard line. So they like to run that end around. This time they had the trips on the right side, 3 lead blockers. Highland came around from left to right, and a full head of steam took the handoff. 3rd down and 5 from the 37.
3rd and 4 for the Vikings.
A good job pursuing there by the Hawks. Brent Lammers on the stop on that far side to make the stop.
Both end in tight. And off left side. Good penetration there. 2 Hawks there. Broke through that line, and no gain on the play here. Brings up 4th down. That left side of the defense for West Delaware shot in there. They really just dismantled that play before it could get off the ground.
That was a nice job by Colin Weber coming up from his linebacker spot and getting that stop for a loss and trying to get this ball back in the offensive hands.
Aaron Henderson will be punting with the wind at his back for Vinton Shellsburg, starting at the 21. The 2 deep men for West Delaware back at their own 20. 6:37 to go here in our first quarter. We've got no score. at Brown Field. Low snap, picks it up, scoots it up like a second baseman. End-over-end kick's going to be caught at the 30. Fair catch, and going to spot him actually at the 29, so no gain on the play.
That was Max Reidenhauer that caught the punt there with a fair catch.
About a 35-yard kick, so 6:26 to go here in our first quarter. We've got no score. And the Hawks take over their third possession.
You think they got the cobwebs out now? You'd like to see the Hawks put together a nice drive here.
Hawks ball on the far sideline. 6:26 to go here as they take over on the third possession. Twins on the left side. Receiver on the right side. The receiver on the right side gets the ball after the fake to Russell. Around the left side he goes. No gain on the play. Vinton Shellsburg surges in there. It's going to be second down and 10.
Austin Bishop on the carry on the end around. Did a nice job. But it wasn't a good seal by the offensive line on the left side.
Bishop, a 5'10", 170-pound senior. Bill, I think the Hawks are in for a dogfight here. Twins to the right side, Twins to the left. Russell standing behind Lammers. Lammers tucks it away, turns it up, cuts it up. The 30, the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, down to the 40, down to the third, broke a tackle. He's going to go in for the score. Touchdown, West Delaware.
That should put him over that record if there's no flag.
He needed about 45, and you're an attack on there right now. That one came from the 20, called the 28. So that one was at the 28. So he's got the record.
A nice job by Austin Bishop here on the right side, about 20 yards downfield, still blocking and driving his man downfield. That is what sealed it off for Brent to get into the end zone.
Call that a 71-yard run. Quarterback keeper by Devise. Here we go. 5:34 to go in the first quarter. The Hawks up 6-0. Point after attempt is going to be up and through the upright. And the Hawks lead 7-0. And that kick good by Alex Reeds. We'll take a break and come right back. You're listening to Mix 94.7 FM, KMCH.
Mix 94.7, KMCH.
The Hawks ball game here. Hawks on top here, 7-0. West Delaware Hawks here at Brown Field. Brett Lammers with a fantastic run there. 71 yards, I believe. You do the math right.
I got 72 yards.
72, okay. You said it at 28. Yeah. Is it somewhere between the 20 and 29? Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 plays in only 52 seconds for a 72-yard run by Brent Lammers. So a great job by the offense. Good job on the right side of that offensive line. Colin Brown and Austin Weber get that seal off, and then an awesome job by Austin Bishop. About 25 yards downfield, still blocking.
Blocked that guy for a good 10 yards.
Just did an outstanding job blocking. That's what sealed the deal for Brent Lammers to get in the end zone.
Reaches kick's going to be kind of a knuckleball that bounces at the 30, close to the far sideline. It's going to be fumbled, but still in play. And there's a big pile up there right at the out of bounds line, right at about the call that back at about the 15. So a big breakthrough for West Delaware. No gain on the play, and a nice kick by Reeds. It's 1st and 10 now. All the way back at the 15.
Nice job by Austin Sabalka to get down there and make that stop. He's seen the ball kind of being fumbled around there, and that's what the Hawks needed to do there in case there was a chance for them to hop on the ball, because it is a live ball after 10 yards.
And how often do you see those balls near the sideline go out of bounds? This one stayed in. Motion by the wing on the left side to right side, hand off the right far side tackle, and short side of the field maybe picks up 5 on the play. I believe that was Highland once again. And you can see that Vinton Shellsburg likes to run around the outside, not going up the middle too much. 2nd down and 6 here with 5:13 to go in the first quarter. West Delaware on top, 7-0.
Oh, yeah, when you got to go up against a guy that's 290 and 243 with Newhouse and Brown, that's hard to go up the middle with those two big guys up there.
Wing on the right side, slot left side motion. Quarterback drops back to pass, tucks it away, straight up the gut. He's got a 1st down. Reminiscent of Brett Lammers. He's across the 50, down to the 40, the 35. Caught from behind a touchdown saving tackle at the 33-yard line.
Austin Bishop on the tackle, saving that from being a touchdown. Nice drive by Austin to take the right pursuit angle and stop him there.
48-yard run by quarterback Jordan Mwamachill. A nice run there. He's only averaging 2.5 a game. That's going to average that average up here. Hand off the far right side it goes to Nick Highland. Highland turns up around the right side end. He's down to the 30-yard line. 4:38 to go in our first quarter. West Delaware on top 7-0.
Yeah, for the Hawks there was Ryan Solomon in on a tackle in his linebacker position. So, that's what you like to call when you're calling those linebackers making a tackle. Everything's working right up front, and that's what you need. That's a good sign that the defensive line is doing their job also.
2nd and 7 from the 31, wide out the left side, motion from the wing and left to right, handoff inside to the fullback. Across the 30 down to about the 25, very close. Geiger with the carry. That's Brandon Geiger, 6 foot, 200-pound senior, averaging 5.4 a carry. He had 210 yards coming into the night. 3rd down and 3 here. With 3:35 to go in the first quarter. Head off right side, and the Hawks penetrate, and they stuff that one. And so it's 4th down and short yardage, 4th down and long 2.
Yeah, nice job by Colin Weber there, blitzing from his linebacker position and getting good penetration from that through that Vinton offensive line and making that tackle in the backfield.
Actually, a loss in the play. It's 4th down and 4 here. Now, Vinton Shellsburg has attempted a few field goals here. They've got a strong wind at their back, but they're going to go for it. So here we go, 4th and 4 from the 28-yard line. Quarterback under center. Maybe he's going to try to drop him off yard, and they call a timeout. So that was it. Trying to cut the Hawks offside, as the 5 yards would have gave them the first down. So a wise move there. They burned the timeout here, and we'll come right back in a minute. You're listening to Mix 94.7 FM KMCH.
This is your home of the Hawks, the West Delaware Hawks and the Iowa Hawkeyes. I'm Gary Dolphin, voice of the Hawkeyes. You're listening to Eastern Iowa's sports station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
4th and 4, past the sideline. It's going to be caught inside the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Vinton Shellsburg. Dropping back to pass, the quarterback, Jordan Wamachell, rolls out to his left. Man on the sideline. It's good.
Joel Barnes on the reception.
Barnes averaging 7.7 reception here. Here we go. So it's 7-6 here. A point after attempt on the way, possibly. They set up the swinging gate here. They've got everybody over to the left side. Wide out the far right side. Just the center between the hash marks. And here we come back. The linemen all set up here with a traditional setup here. Once in a while, that swinging gate, they'll do something funky with it. But now we're going to have the point after attempt. Kick is up and through, and that one is through. A chip shot right through the uprights. It is good. We're knotted up 7-7 with 2:58 to go here in our first quarter. This one kind of stuns the West Delaware crowd a little bit.
Yeah, that's a tough one to swallow, but the Hawks got to come back here strong in their offensive possession and really work.
So 2:58 to go, 7-7 here. Our score in the first quarter. Things looking crazy here. Tony, it's one of those situations. You come in flat after a big win against Waverly Shell Rock. I know that there's a very physical game. Bill mentioned that it was extremely physical. Are you a little bit flat after winning the big game, or do you think that Vinton Shellsburg's that good?
No, I think Vinton Shellsburg's, they're a good quality team. We've seen their size. They got great size. So, maybe just a little bit of a slow start here for the Hawks, but, we've seen that here in the past, but they'll wake up. And, you got to count on Coach Wink and the rest of that coaching staff to wake these guys up and get them going. And I think we're going to see it here real soon.
We got another score. Anamosa 21, Northeast Goose Lake 7 in the second quarter. So Anamosa appears to be for real this year, having a great start. And Tony Marmbach, you do live in Anamosa, huh? You pulling for those Blue Raiders?
Oh yeah, you live down there and work with some guys and follow their kids a little bit. So hopefully Anamosa has a good year. They've kind of struggled here in the past, but maybe this is the year.
Anthony Derrickson booms one back to inside the 5. Going to be caught out to the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25. Picking his way through the 30. A return of 25 yards there.
Trent Curley.
For Curley. So Trent Curley would pick up a 25. And first and 10 West Delaware with 2:51 to go here in our first quarter. Love this football weather. Nice breeze there. The breeze is straight out of the south, though. You don't have to worry about a crosswind. So if you got the wind at your back, going to be an advantage. Wind in your face, not so much so. As we saw a couple of passes by Lammer sail a little bit hard as that ball tends to stay up as it cuts through that wind there. Wideouts to both sides. Ball on the near hash mark. Out of the pistol, we've got Russell standing directly behind Lammers. Lammers about 3 yards behind the center. Hand off to Russell, turns it up the left guard, tackle gap across the 30. Maybe picked up 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, going off that left side there with Weber and Newhouse, getting a few yards. So, this is positive. You're always looking for positive yards out of the Hawks here on the offensive line.
It's a battle between the trenches, but both teams using their quarterbacks to score here. Trips on the right side for West Delaware, wide out on the far left side, which is Nagel. Here we go under the quarterback, Pistol. Pass the slot on the right side. It's going to be caught across the 30, the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, and down to the 46-yard line. That is a run of about 24 yards. 1st and 10, West Delaware. That run by Dalen Putz. Putz, a 6'5", 155-pound senior. So 1st and 10. West Delaware at the 47-yard line. 2:08 to go here in our first quarter. 7-7 our score. Knotted up here. Both quarterbacks being very effective. Lammers throws one down the middle. It's going to be wide open at the end zone. Incomplete. That would have been a bomb. Lammers showed how strong of an arm that is. That ball was on a line and actually out through Austin Bishop at the 3-yard line. Lammers was standing at the 40, the West Delaware 40, so that pass would have been about 60 yards on a rope. Here we go, ball in near hash mark. Trips on the right side again, wide out on the far left side. Lammers out of the pistol. Behind him is Russell. Got a 5-man front. 2 linebackers drop back. They read Russell, turns it up the right guard center gap. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, brings up 3rd down now. Maybe a yard on the play. 3rd down and a short 10.
Yeah, one right between center and left guard, between Solomon and Newhouse. Just ain't getting much of a push up front. And, these offensive line got to really dig and get Russell to that 2nd level where he can really move, and he's shined at the 2nd level. So it's quality for this offensive line to get him to the 2nd level.
Yeah, you got some big size up there in that defensive line for Vinton Shellsburg. Motion by the double twin on the right side. Lammers drops back to pass again. You got 5 receivers. Lammers roll the right side, hits the man across the Williams. Going to be caught at the 35, down to the 30, knocked out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Pass reception from about Ryan Kelly with the reception. A pickup about 17. Stays in bounds. Clock continues to run. No, they're going to say he stopped, stepped out of bounds here. And 1:07 to go in our first quarter. 7-7 the score.
A nice job by Brent Lammers rolling out to his right there and finding Kelly, checking down and finding Kelly wide open for a big gain and a 1st down for the Hawks.
Wideouts to both sides. Ends in tight. The end on the left side is a little bit of a slot. Ball in the near hash mark. Lammers going from a left to a right. Hands off to Russell. Russell turns it up in left guard tackle gap. Inside the 25, down to about the 21. Down to a minute to play here in our first quarter.
That's what the Hawks are looking for right there, getting good big gains, 5-yard gains on 1st down. That offensive line did a nice job getting a good push between Solomon, Monahan, and Newhouse right up the middle and getting a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 from the 22, under 40 seconds to go here in our first quarter. Twins on the right side, wide on the left side, out of the pistol. Lammers hands off to Russell. Russell using the right guard tackle gap, and down to about the 15. Close to a 1st down. Let's see where they mark that knee down. It looks like they've got the 1st down. Pick up a 6 on the play. 1st and 10, West Delaware, down to the 15-yard line.
And I think we're seeing a little life coming from this offensive line. Austin Monahan and Colin Brown on the right side getting a good push, allowing Russell to get to that 2nd level and a gain of 6, creating that 1st down.
Trips on the right side, wide out on the left side, again out of the pistol. Russell standing directly behind Lammers. And Lammers fakes the handoff, and he cuts around the left guard end gap and maybe picks up 3 on the play.
That was a tough 3 there for Brent Lammers as he was caught in the backfield but kept his legs moving and was able to gain a few yards, positive yards.
And that brings our first quarter to a close. We'll be back with the second quarter in a minute. You're listening to Mix 94.7 FM, KMCH.
Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Welcome back to Brown Field. This is Kevin Schuckman along with Tony Marbach filling in for a vacationing Jamie Vasky, who's out on the East Coast watching a little baseball.
Yeah, both Aaron Pleen and Jamie Vasky out there. I know Jamie's picking up the baseball game. I got to see a pitcher, kind of making fun that he's at PNC Park in Pittsburgh, but both of them I know making a trip into Heinz Field tomorrow to watch the Pittsburgh Panthers and Iowa Hawkeyes, as that game will be here on KMCH starting at 11 o'clock, as you can catch the pregame right after the Coach's Corner with this guy, Kevin Strickman.
Here we go. Hawks back in action. 2nd and 9 from the 13. Wide out to the left side and to the right. Hand off to Russell. Russell turns it up. Nowhere to go with it. He's going to be stopped and driven back behind the 15-yard line. A couple other area scores here. Belleville leads Alburnett 21-0. Lisbon leads East Buchanan 16-0 in the second quarter. Ball between the hash marks, wide out on the left side, wide out to the right side. 3rd down and 11. And standing back there. Out of the pistol. Lammers plenty of time. Plans to push the right side. It's going to be incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver.
Ryan Kelly.
Kelly, if he could have caught that in stride, he would have went over the goal line there on the far sideline.
Yeah, I think his feet got a little before his hands. Got to catch that ball first and then gain your yards.
Got another score here. Maquoketa Valley leads Edco 36-6 at half. Wildcats are for real in Class A. No question about it. They're at number 1 rated. Wide out to the right side and left. Lammers plenty of time. The blitzing man forces him out of the pocket. Rolling to the far side of the field. Tucks it away. He's going to go for the end zone. Dives for it. Didn't quite get in.
I think he might have got the first down, though.
Yeah.
No, he's a little short.
And they're going to say he got knocked out of bounds and an injured player on the far sideline for Vinton Shellsburg. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's the man that knocked Lammers out of bounds as he went outside of the field, and he's laying over the sideline there. And so that stops the clock with 11:12 to go here in our first half. It will be 1st and 10, Vinton Shellsburg. Lammers had plenty of time, but all the receivers were covered. Then he tucked it away. Just didn't have the angle to get to that far pylon. Cut about a 45-degree angle, and that gave the pursuit from Vinton Shellsburg plenty of time to get over there. Injured man's up, and they're ready to go here. So they find themselves in a hole, that is. Vinton Shellsburg, we're not up 7-7. Handoff on the right sideline. Coming right in front of us. Flag was thrown as the ball carrier steps out of bounds. So Nick Highland, the carrier, came from the backside and ran out of bounds in the sideline of the West Delaware Hawks here. Now Vinton Shellsburg going from our left to our right here, defending that north end zone here in the second quarter. They will be fighting this strong wind. And the Vikings are called for holding, but West Delaware declines. So it's 2nd down and 10 as there's no gain on the play. So 2nd and 10 from the 7 with 11:06 to go here in our first half. 7-7 score.
Be huge for the defense to get a big stop here, even try to create a turnover, a fumble in some sort, being 7 yards out from their end zone. Be a great time for something like that for the Hawk defense.
Twins on the right side. Slot man goes from motion from left to right. And a hand up straight up the gut to the fullback. Pick up maybe 3 on the play. Brings up now 3rd down. And about 7. Give him a little breathing room, but not a whole lot here. That flag is flapping over the left shoulder of the quarterback. And it's blowing pretty good out of the south right now. So whatever happens, West Delaware should end up with some pretty good field position if they can get a stop here.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice job by the defensive line, Colin Weber and Colin Brown, along with Adam Newhouse getting that stop for only a gain of about 1 or 2.
Everybody in tight for Vinton Shellsburg. And a little bit of a reverse there on the left side, and they're just probably clearing a little bit of room here. Maybe got out to the 10. That one was designed just to get the ball to the middle of the field. Really wasn't much of a play there. A little bit of a counter. And everybody was in tight.
Yeah, good pursuit by the backs for defense. John Nagel along with Max Reidenhauer in on the stop.
Reidenhauer with Nagel with the tackle. So the punter for Vinton Shellsburg is going to stand with about 2 yards into the end zone here with 9:54 to go in our first half. Score tied 7-7. The two deep men for West Delaware standing at the 40-yard line of Vinton Shellsburg. So the Hawks are going to have some terrific field position, barring any kind of a penalty here. Nice booming kick. The wind, you can see that knocked it down. A fair catch called at the 35-yard line.
Allen puts on the catch there for the Hawks.
About a 30-yard punt. So into the wind, I would say that's pretty good. And so you could see that the ball was arcing up there, but when it came down, it almost dropped straight down. The ball really got restricted by the wind here. So West Delaware here, knotted up 7-7, 9:36 to go here in our first half. The Hawks with a pretty good field position.
You got to take advantage of this if you're the Hawks.
Beautiful night. You know, some people are coming out here with the shorts on, some with jackets. So it's one of those things, do you like the weather or not? I think everybody can't complain about the weather, though. So here we go, Lammers with pistols, twin on the left side, hands off to Russell. Russell around the right guard tackle gap inside the 35 down to the 37, or 34 that is. A pretty good run there, considering that line was there filling up that gap. I mean, Russell made something out of nothing there as there was a wall of white, and he still picked up the 2 yards. Second down and 8 now.
Yeah, we kind of seen that with Russell, always keeping those legs moving and creating his own.
Officials blew the whistle here before the flag was snapped.
Timeout.
The flag was snapped. There's going to be a timeout here. And so with that timeout, I'd like to thank a few of the area sponsors here for making the Great Nights broadcast possible. 24-hour total fitness, Above and Beyond Healthcare and Hospice, Advanced Eye Care Associates, American Trust, Beavers Lounge, Bob Stephen Motors, Citizen State Bank, Community Savings Bank, Dairy Queen, Delhi Lumber, Don and Walt LLC, DePaco, Eastern Iowa Shopper, Dyersville Commercial, Edgewood Reminder, F&M Bank, Fairway, Fireside Pub and Steakhouse, G&B Bank, Georgian Auto, Good Neighbor Society, Greenworks Landscaping, Hartridge Golf Course, Jay's Auto, Krager Body Shop, Leonard Mueller Funeral Home, Long-Term Medical Care, Lucky Building Service, Manchester Press Newhouse Construction and Concrete, Northeast Iowa Telephone, Northwestern Mutual Insurance, Parrott Insurance, Regional Medical Center, State Farm Insurance, Julie Smith Agency, Talking Motors, Three Rivers FS Company, Tri-Vet, and Viafield. Thank all these guys for thanking us, these businesses. Please stop by and tell them you appreciate it. And we come back to action here. Second down and 8 for the Hawks from the 34-yard line. 9:09 to go here in our first half. We're knotted up 7-7. Tie ball game. Lammers drops back the pass. He's under pressure. Rolls out to the right. Gets away. Puts his foot down. Throws it into the end zone. And it's going to be incomplete. And a flag thrown back at the 45-yard line. And that's going to go against West Delaware. An illegal block to the back. Now, what would have happened without that block, though, Tony? Clearly, without that block, the Lammers would have got sacked for a huge loss. So, you know, you can take the penalty, protect your quarterback, or do you let him get sacked like he did? You know, he could have had.
Right. Now, I think it was a wise move. I didn't really see the block in the back. I seen two Vinton guys, and I thought they tripped over each other. But
yeah, there was one West Delaware guy, and there's actually three of those Vinton guys.
But when you see one fall down, and I don't know, you kind of got to assume also.
Yeah, it was just one of those things that what do you do? Sad thing, but you know, you did the right, you got to protect the quarterback. Second down and 18 from the 44. 8:59 to go here in our second quarter. Trips on the left side for West Delaware. The ball on the far hash mark. West Delaware going from our right to our left. Nagel the wide out on the far right side of the field. Out of the pistol. Lammer standing about 3 yards back behind the center. Drops back. Russell blocks. Pass left side flat. It's going to be caught inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. They get back to the line of scrimmage.
Alston Bishop on the reception there, getting a gain of about 8. So getting them close back to the original line of scrimmage, but they're going to be having a long third down here.
Austin Bishop, 5'10", 170-pound senior. Third down and 12. Wind at the back of the West Delaware Hawks. They haven't made a field goal this year, though. So trips on the left side. Pistols again with Russell standing 3 yards behind Lammers. Lammers steps up into the pocket, and he tucks it away. We've got a flag thrown at the line of scrimmage. Lammers straggling around. It's scrambling somehow, got his inside the 35. Flag sitting right at the 40, though.
They almost got to assume that's a holding there as it come in from the umpire.
That was a really nice pocket that had developed, but what the thing is that the receivers were all covered. And so Lammers did best he could do, and he came drop back, and penalty will go against West Delaware. And they will be taking it. Vinton Shellsburg will be taking it, and they're going to back him up. And so it's going to be now, add another 5 onto that. I believe that should be 23, if I'm not mistaken here.
Coach Wink is going to take a timeout here.
So Coach Winkowitz will take a timeout with 8:11 to go here in our first half. We'll take a break, too, and come right back in 1 minute. You're listening to Mix 94.7 FM KMCH.
Mix 94.7 KMCH.
8:11 to go in our first half. 7-7 the score here. Twins on the right side, wide out the left side. Ball on the short side of the field, which is nearest. Lammers out of the pistols, drops back under pressure, forced out of the pocket, rolls to the right side, going to be caught, nope, breaks a tackler, then throws it down to the end zone. It's going to be up for grabs. There's a battle, and I believe it is caught at the 10. It is a completion and a pile up there.
John Nagel on the reception there. Big catch by John Nagel. He thought it was going to be intercepted, but I think John kind of stole it out of the defender's hands and come up with it. So big first down for the Hawks.
Niall Studer had Lammers in the grasp here back at the 45-yard line, was just about ready to bring him down, but Lammers shook him loose, took 2 steps and heaved it down the far sideline. Lammers was nearly out of real estate on the far sideline as well, and the pass thrown down to the 10. 1st and 10 West Delaware. It's goal to goal now. Hawks need the touchdown. They can't have another first down here. Lammers hands to Russell. Russell, right guard, tackle gap, down to close to the 5. 2nd down now, and 5.
Got a good push there off the right side with Austin Monahan and Colin Brown doing a nice job, and Newhouse getting a nice little kick out, gaining Russell about 5 yards.
2nd down and 7 from the 7. 7:36 to go here. 7-7 to score. The 7s are on the board here. Out of the pistol, handoff right side to Russell. Russell turns his way, steps 1 tackler, and he's close to the 5-yard line. Brings up now 3rd down. So Russell making some things happen again. He picks up a couple yards when you think everything's done, and he does that on his own. Does a nice job here.
Does a nice job of being shifty, but this Vinton defense has got an answer for Coy tonight. We don't usually see Coy this quiet, so. That offensive line's got to step up here and really help Coy get to that second level.
6:55 to go here in the first half. 7-7 the score. And up to Russell, up the left guard tackle gap. No gain on the play. Actually lost his 3.
A nice penetration by the Vinton defense on that right side, the Hawks' left side. Vinton defense has got an answer, especially the front 5 from Vinton doing a nice job up front.
Really controlling that line of scrimmage when they need to. The Hawks have been able to score and move the ball with Lammers. That's about it. Russell has not been able to break free here. Both ends in tight. It's 4th and 7. Lammers, with a snap, drops back. Going to be a pass play into the end zone. Throws a bullet into Nagel, I believe. And it's good for the score. Touchdown, West Delaware. Nagel came from the far right side, came across the middle. Lammers threw a rope to him and blasts that one in here. It's 13-7.
A nice job by Brent keeping himself up and going and moving around, being shifty in that pocket. Nice job by the offensive line to protect Brent. And then Brent finding Nagel in the end zone for a 7-yard touchdown pass.
6:11 to go in our first half. 13-7 to score. That was a long, methodical drive.
And it started at the 36.
Yeah, it took forever. Point after attempt is kicked up and through the upright by Reitz. It's good. 14-7 West Delaware leads. So the Hawks on top in this one. Anamosa leads Northeast Goose Lake. Big score, Central Locator 74 and Cedar Valley Christian 0. That one's in the second quarter. That's 8-man football, though. That's 8-man football for you. Lisbon leads East Buchanan 24-0. So area scores all over the place, and later on tonight you can listen to the Macocata Valley Edco game. And tape delayed.
That'll be with Dan McLean and Tom King right after our broadcast here with the West Delaware Hawks and Vinton. So catch them on the playback game of the week.
So West Delaware will be kicking with that strong wind at their back. The two deep men for Vinton Shellsburg, standing back at about the 5-yard line. That's Sean Noller along with Nick Funk. And Reitz will be doing the kicking again. Alex Reitz, a 5'11", 178-pound senior, also a soccer player. So he probably gets those legs in. I know he motorbikes too, but I don't think that dirt biking builds the legs as much as probably soccer does. And so here we go. Nice high kick. Going to go back to the 5, out to the 10, the 15, the 20, middle return, the 25, and return across the 28-yard line. So that return of about 18. It's 1st and 10, that return by Nick Highland, the 155-pound 5'9" junior. So 1st and 10, Vinton Shellsburg. Last time West Delaware scored, Vinton Shellsburg came right back. Let's see if that's going to be the case this time.
If you're West Delaware, you're hoping that's not the case, but they need a big, strong series here by the defense.
Wide outs to both sides. Ball on the near hash mark. Vinton Shellsburg going from left to our right. West Delaware brings that 4-man front up. The two linebackers read now off the handoff, across the 31-yard line. A pickup of 5 on the play, maybe 4. 4 on the play here, 2nd down and 6.
A big group of Hawks in there on the stop. Adam Newhouse along with Colin Weber getting a initial stop for the Hawks.
Brandon Geiger, the senior, gets tackled. 2nd down now and 7 from the 31-yard line. 5:40 to go here in our first half. Twins on the right side, wide out the left side. Under center, the quarterback, Jordan Wamachil. From the left side runs Joel Barnes. Barnes across the 35-yard line. 3rd down now and 3.
Sam Maloney on the tackle coming up from his free safety position to make that stop.
So 3rd and 3 here. Critical play here for Vinton Shellsburg. They're not in 4-down situation here. As you got 5 minutes to go, you're down by a score. But this is only the first half, so you really don't want to gamble here. So they need to get the first down here on this third down here. Twins on the right side. Motion. Quarterback rolls out to the right. It's going to be a pass play. They flood the right side right in front of us. Tucks it away, turns it up, and he's going to be stepped out of bounds, but he does get a first down. And as he goes out of bounds, he rolls one of the players on the sideline. Actually, it was Nagel got tagged. Nagel rolled out of bounds, too. Right inside the West Delaware sideline at about the 45-yard line, so it's good for a first down. So 1st and 10, Vinton Shellsburg.
A nice job by John Nagel stepping up from that linebacker spot and pursuing to make that stop.
Wide up on the left side, wing on the right side. Slot on the left side, wing goes from motion to right to left. They hand off to Nick Highland, who tries to go in the corner, far side of the field, and he gets hit hard, stood up and dropped at the 47. So Highland was on the short side of the field, standing right on the sideline, right underneath us here. Races all the way around behind the quarterback, gets the handoff, and tries to race everybody to the far sideline and didn't get the corner cut. Great pursuit by West Delaware.
Yeah, Bennett Cole on the stop there, coming from his end spot, doing a nice job of pursuing that and stopping him.
2nd down and 4 from the 47. We got a quick huddle up here, wide out the right side. Motion, ringing right, goes from right to left, handoff, full back inside. Stopped and dropped. No gain on a play, and sitting back on his haunches is Brandon Geiger. Senior bounced back like he hit a wall. No gain on that one.
That wall was Colin Weber in the middle linebacker spot, coming up and making a huge stop there for the Hawks, creating this 3rd down and short, maybe 4 yards.
Weber really dropped him here. Now it's 3rd down and 4 from the 47 with 4:13 to go. 14-0 the score, 14-7 the score. West Delaware on top. Wide outs to both sides. Ball between the hash marks for Vinton Shellsburg. Wind in their face. Quarterback rolls back. Pass. Going to be diving catch, and it's going to be incomplete. Diving forward was Sean Noller, the junior. Almost came up with the catch. Now it's going to be 4th down and 3 with 3:53 to go in our second quarter. Vinton Shellsburg will probably be wise to punt this one.
Great coverage there by Trent Curley, cornerback, making a nice stop for the Hawks, creating this 4th down.
Aaron Henderson, the punter for Vinton Shellsburg, back at the 30-yard line. Deep man for West Delaware, Dallin Put, standing back at the 20-yard line. Strong wind in the face of the punter. We've seen that ball go up and come straight down. This ball scoots back. It's going to be bobbled. He's going to have to scramble with it. He could be almost close chance for a first down here. Racing the sideline, puts his shoulder down. A hard hit at the 48. And so got back to the line of scrimmage. But, boy, for a second there, it looked like this broken play was going to work, but 2 Hawks came up, put their shoulders down, and they just flattened him to the groan of the crowd.
Yeah.
They pancaked him up in the air.
Yeah, that was Ryan Solomon and Brett Lammers on the stop there for the Hawks. So a nice job of almost, it could have been almost a first down from Vinton. They were only probably about 2 yards from that first down. So, yeah, nice job there by the Hawks.
1st and 10, West Delaware. Still plenty of time to get on the scoreboard. 3:44 to go here in our second quarter. The Hawks have got 3 timeouts. Snap to Lammers. Lammers rolling the right side. Tucks away. Big hole for the right guard tackle gap inside the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15. And he gets upended and dropped. Literally up in the air, I would say a good 6 to 7 feet. I don't know. I think he was trying to jump over the tackler, and then the tackler was down low and basically did a deadlift and picked Lammers up and landed. Lammers was higher than anybody else on the field. He's okay. He just bounced up. But, boy, that was one you would have wanted the camera on.
Yeah, it was a nice job by Brent. Also, we've seen Austin Bishop down there again doing a nice job blocking.
1st and 10 from the 14. Lammers out of the pistol. Hands off to Russell. Russell breaks 1 tackle. Then we've got a late flag. Still on his feet, driven back here. So I wonder what kind of flag. That was flagged as they were going for Russell. I don't know if you're going to get a face mask on that deal, but certainly something happened there. If that was as the play was going on. Going to be a hold against West Delaware right at the line of scrimmage. So they're going to back that one up. Stops the clock with 3:10 to go here in the first half. 14-7 the score. Lammers with a great run for West Delaware. What was that, Jamie? What was that, Tony? Was it 78 yards? Was that touchdown run by
touchdown,
Lammers?
72 yards.
72 yards by Lammers there. What a run. That's the first score for West Delaware. And the second one they've just earned by marching down the field. It's 14-7 here. Clock starts once again here. 3 minutes to go in our first half. Twins to both sides. Wideout goes in motion from left to right here. Lammers takes the snap in the pocket, tucks it away, breaks a tackle inside the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and heading toward the end zone. And is he in yet?
Yeah.
Touchdown, Lammers from the 22-yard line, or 35, 26, that is. So Lammers with the score. The Hawks now out to a 20-7 lead with 2:47 to go.
Yeah, nice job by Brent Lammers and finding that crease in between left and left tackle and left guard, Newhouse and Cowan, and just a nice job of pursuing and finding the holes the rest of the way and getting into that end zone.
You got to have a feeling here that they're really keen on Russell, and anytime you do that, you got to give somebody open, and Lammers has just been open. Because, Russell's Russell's not getting anything.
Yeah, they've had an answer for Russell, and you just got to assume that they got a couple guys just spying on Russell, and wherever he goes, they go. They've been doing a nice job of kind of shutting him down, but this is opening it up for Lammers, so, they might, Vinton's going to have to do some adjusting at half, otherwise they're going to see Lammers running all over.
20-7 here with 2:47 to go in the first half. The Hawks out to a 20-7 lead. Reitz with the point after attempt. The kick is up, and that one is good. No good. Just tipped it off to the right sideline. That one squeezed between the goal line and the flag, which is to the right side. So our score stands at 20-7. Make sure you stick around for halftime as we talk to Bill Logan about his perspective on the game tonight. Bill's down on the field as always.
Hawk fans, don't miss this week's coverage of the volleyball, as John Swisher will be heading down to Anamosa on Tuesday night to cover the West Delaware Hawks volleyball team. So tune in to KMCH as John will bring you play-by-play of the West Delaware Hawk and Anamosa Blue Raiders on Tuesday night. That match will start around 7:30 right here on KMCH.
And West Delaware Volleyball having a great year once again with Coach Brett Mather, second rated behind Harlan, and we'll be hearing from Coach Mather tomorrow morning during the Coaches Show as Sports Director John Swisher caught up with him this week, so make sure you tune in for that. And, of course, we'll have Coach Winkowicz tomorrow, and as well as all the area coaches. Here we go, 2:47 to go in our first half, 20-7 the score. A booming kick. Got his leg into that one, no question about that one. That one sails halfway to the end zone and out and slaps into the 1994 playoff sign. And so here we go, 1st and 10 from the 20 for Vinton Shellsburg. 2:47 to go in our first half, and they've got to fight that wind. It's a warm wind, but it's a nice wind, but boy, it's still nonetheless a wind as far as passing goes.
Yeah, it's a wind you got to fight in the passing game, so it's tough for Vinton so far.
And, of course, Brett Lammers came in tonight, only needed 47 yards, and he as far as rushing goes, and he set the, I believe he's got the record now, broke Mark Weaver's record, who played for the Hawks in 92-93 season.
Yeah, Lammers has been doing a nice job so far tonight, and he's got to be flirting with almost 100 yards in this first half.
And off the right side it goes. Pick up a 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6 for Vinton Shellsburg. 2:41 to go as he stepped out of bounds.
4 on the play, makes it 2nd and 6.
So 2nd and 6, ball on the near hash mark. Again, Anamosa leads Northeast Goose Lake in the second quarter. Lisbon big over East Buchanan, 40-0. And up inside, no gain on the play, brings up 3rd down and 4. Waverly Shell Rock leads Independence 14-0. So we've got a lot of nice football here, and of course we saw Macocata Valley was big over Edco, I believe. North Fayette Valley up over Owine, only 7-0. So that one's a rather close game. So 3rd down and 5 for Vinton Shellsburg from the 25-yard line with 2:09 to go in the first half. They've got twins to the right and left. Motion to goes to left. The quarterback zips one up left sideline. Going to be incomplete. Incompleted pass there. A pass attempt on the far sideline. And so that ball, Jordan Wamacho threw a lot behind that one. Brings up 4th down and 4. Now the Hawks got another chance to put more points on the board here. 2:01 to go here in our first half. 20-7 to score. The deep man, that's Putz again, back at the 45-yard line. The punter for Vinton Shellsburg standing just outside the 10-yard line. Again, that wind has quite an effect on these punts here as you get the ball up in the air too much, and it's just going to hang and drop back. So snapping pick goes through his legs here. Second time it's been muffed. Going to be tackled at the 5-yard line. If there's been any two big plays here tonight, it's been the snaps on the long punch. That's twice now that there have been fumbles. This time it's going to be back at the 5 with no punt. And so that's twice now tonight in the first half. First one led up to a score here for West Delaware, and here's the second one.
Yeah, the last possession for the Hawks was the same thing as the Hawks pursued that hard, and they really pursued this like they were going for a block this time. So a nice job by the Hawks of really putting a lot of pressure on this Vinton team.
Here we go, 1st and goal to goal from the 8 with 1:55 to go in our first half. Both ends in tight for West Delaware. Lammers out of the pistol. Russell behind him, drops back to pass, rolls to the right, and going to be thrown down back at the 13. Hawks with 2 timeouts yet.
Yeah, a lot of time here for the Hawks. They just got to play their offense here. Don't let Vinton play the offense for you. So, Hawks got to do a nice job up front, and skill positions got to run their routes, correctly. And Brent Lammers will find you.
Warren Rouse with a tackle for Vinton Shellsburg. He is the top tackler this year for the Vinton Shellsburg ball club. Hand off inside the option far side of the field. Russell stamps out of bounds. Didn't get the touchdown. Stops the clock with 1:17 to go.
A nice little gain, about 4 yards there for Russell on the option to the right side, to the far side, Vinton sideline.
Warren Rouse with another tackle for Vinton Shellsburg. So 20-7 here, Twins on the left side. Vinton Shellsburg matches up man-for-man, ball in the far hash mark, wide out on the right side. Lammers out of the pistol. Options on the left side, options to Russell. Russell turns up, squares himself up, shoulders in, and we've got a flag thrown now. Wide open there, and I'm guessing it's going to be a block in the back. There is one man down that could have had a stab at Russell, and he's slow to get up here. Yeah, that was a nice option. Boy, Lammers option had the team spread out here, and he optioned to Russell, but there was one man over there blocking, and that was going to be the penalty against West Delaware.
Yeah, I think Dallin Putz is going to get caught with that. They're going to call holding there, maybe a illegal block in the back. But the coaching staff ain't real happy with it, because I didn't think either that it was a block in back. It was real close. Just had his shoulders turned a little bit, so that got Dallin called for the illegal block.
Sometimes you can be a good actor, too, as that guy was slow to get up, and he didn't get hit that hard. 20-7 with 1:10 to go in the first half. Out of the pistol, slot mash and goes from left to right. Hand over to Russell. No, it's going to be a fake. And Lammers past the far side of the field. Falls incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver at about the number of 10. So
Austin Bishop was the intended receiver there.
Bishop pulls that one in, Tony. He's going to go in for the score.
Yeah, it's a tough one. And this is tough for the Hawks. This is the third time they've been down in the 10 and go with first and goal the third time, and now they're going to be facing fourth down again for the third time.
Fourth down from the 14. Goal to goal here. Hawks with the timeout. Coach Winkowicz is out there talking about things, and on the far side, of course, Vinton Shellsburg. You want to stay at halftime? We'll catch up on some scores. Talk to Bill Logan about things, and give you a few previews of what's coming up later on this week. Next week, that is. Of course, this is district action, and we'll talk a little bit about the playoff picture. Kind of a confusing thing, as there's no brackets this year in the playoffs because so many teams had to drive so far in the playoffs last year that the priority this year is that if a team no team is going to travel more than 120 miles to play in the playoffs. So let's say that you're the number 1 seed, you play number 4 in the other district. Well, if somebody's got to travel more than 120, you're not going to play number 4. You might be playing number 3 or number 2. More than likely be number 3. Kind of a crazy situation there. We'll talk to Bill about that. Ball in the near hash mark. Here we go. Lammers out of the pistol. Twins on the right side, wide out the left side. Lammers drops back to pass. He's under pressure. Screen pass across the middle, going to be incomplete. It stops the clock with 59.4 on the mark here. So that would have been an interesting play, a little bit of a middle screen. And here we go. Vinton Shellsburg takes over on downs. They've got one timeout left, but down deep in the territory. They're back at the 14, so it's 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line with 59 seconds to go. The Vikings trail 20-7. Not much do you want to do, Tony, in this situation, but just kind of come out alive, probably keep it on the ground. Handoff to the fullback, goes nowhere. Going to be driven back.
I think with you being Vinton here and kind of tucked back in your own territory, that it's going to be kind of one of those things to run the clock out, so you do not have a chance to turn over the ball and give West Delaware another shot. They've been fortunate so far with West Delaware kind of coming up short in 2 possessions with being inside the 10.
So 2nd down and 10 here from the 14. I think they're going to let this one kind of wind down. They're not in any hurry. They're going to have to run one more play, though. If this is going to be the case, they might just drop down to a knee, but they're probably going to run something. Dropping back, hand off the fullback inside. Kind of a safe bet, and that's no gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 10. So 3rd down and 10. Hawks call timeout. They still have a 4th down, and they still run the clock out. If they had 2 timeouts left, that would have made things interesting. But that's going to bring our first half to a close here as West Delaware leads Vinton Shellsburg 20-7 here at Brown Field. Beautiful night for football, and Hawk football is in control of things right now. We will take a break and come back in a few minutes with some comments from Tony Marbach and Bill Logan and some other activities. You're listening to Mix 94.7 FM, KMCH.
Hi, everybody. Gary Dolphin, voice of the Iowa Hawkeyes here, and you're listening to High School Sports on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Welcome back to Brown Field. It's halftime, 20-7 our score here, and joining us right now is freshman football coach Bob Morris. Coach Morris, I saw a little bit of the action out there tonight, and boy, what a game.
Yeah, we just shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times early, had a couple of nice little drives going, and then turned one over on downs, and another one fumbled the football, and just got off to a wrong start. And they were a little bit bigger than us, and a lot bit faster on the outside, so a little bit of trouble with that. And then it just kind of got away from us there in that first half.
How have things been going so far for the year for you?
Had a real good game. Our first game with West Dubuque, the numbers were about the same there, and played them real tough and lost on a last-second drive on their part.
Oh, really?
14-12.
Ouch.
But a real good game for the kids. Then last week up at Waverly, lost that kind of in a similar fashion. But for tonight's game, I thought the kids came back and played real hard in the second half for us. It was just a matter of they had a lot of bigger kids than us, and the kids' credit, they didn't quit and continue to play hard for us. And that's West Delaware football. We'll keep doing that and keep lining up and getting out after it.
And you've got a true freshman football team, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And some teams might play a few guys that might be a class older, maybe?
Well, sometimes they do a little bit of that to keep the numbers. I know we didn't get to play Makokata. They didn't have enough kids.
Okay.
And I'm not sure what Vinton has with their numbers, but we've got two of our freshmen playing up with the sophomores, and both of us have about 22 kids, and that's helping both our teams. We're getting our group ready, filling in for those spots.
Sure.
And that's working well. We got a couple of quarterbacks that haven't did it a lot that are doing a nice job for us and working hard. We played them both there tonight. And some different running backs. We kind of ran 3 or 4 of them out there. And seen some good things there as far as the kids running hard, and kind of excited about moving forward with those young men in the backfield.
So what are your favorite things about coaching freshman football?
Teaching, Kevin. Absolutely teaching. You get them in 8th grade, when these young men come up here at 9th grade, they can conquer the world. So we kind of help them in that it's team football. It's not all me stuff. And this group is learning that lesson and doing a great job with that as we move on. I'm very privileged to be at a spot where I can work a day job and come up here at West Delaware and coach, and absolutely love that. I get great help from Coach Finn, who's in the system, and keeps my kids up on what they need to know, and in that regard. And we get a lot of help through all the coaches as we all work together at all levels. But I love teaching and working with these young men and teaching them life lessons as well as football games.
And what can we look forward to here in the future for this freshman football team this year?
Well, the next couple games are kids with more. The numbers are the same for us and the size, so I expect us to be a little more competitive. And just developing. Like I said, we've got a lot of kids playing some different positions, so I've seen some things that they stepped up tonight, and we'll be able to make a few moves that continue to work in that area. Defensively, it's just at freshman football, it's doing a little more tackling. And in middle school, you don't see a lot of passes, so we have to work on that.
Introducing the passing pass as far as you as well, offensively as well.
Yeah, exactly. And we do a little bit more of that. And the kids, we had some receivers open. It's just a matter of getting us a little more time and hitting those guys. But we'll continue to move forward. As in last year's freshman group, we started off kind of slow, and they ended well, and they got a big win last night against Vinton. Congrats to Coach Bechter and Coach Finn on that. I think it was 34-32. So we'll keep moving forward, and we'll have them ready when we get that senior group together.
That sounds good here. Keep it going there, Coach Morris. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, thanks a lot, Kevin.
You're welcome. That's the head freshman coach, Bob Morris, here for West Delaware. We'll take a break and come back in a minute or so. You're listening to Mix 94.7 FM KMCH.
Eastern Iowa's variety station. Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Welcome back to Brownfield. 20-7 our score here. West Delaware on top of Vinton Shellsburg. It was a tight game early on here, and the West Delaware is now with 2 unanswered scores. Tony, it's football season here, and tomorrow the Hawkeyes will take on Pittsburgh at 11 o'clock here on Mix 94.7 KMCH, with the pregame starting right after the coaches show. And but as far as West Delaware goes, we got some Hawks in the midst of these NCAA games.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of former Hawk alumni, and we'd like to give a shout-out to them and recognize them as they played them. We'll be playing tomorrow as Adam Reth for the UNI Panthers, as they will be in Cedar Falls for homecoming, going up against Northern Colorado. And Sam Lahr, a 2012 graduate, playing for Co, as they'll be in Cedar Rapids tomorrow, hosting Wisconsin Stevens Point. A feud at Wartburg College is Brandon Domeyer, along with Michael Bolke, both 2011 graduates, as they will be in Waverly, as they will take on Wisconsin Stout up in Waverly. Along with the Upper Iowa, Trey McTaggart, Cole Stevens, a 2012 graduate, and Cameron McCrow, a 2014 graduate, as they will be in Fayette tomorrow, a home game going up against Bemidji State University. A few other West Delaware grads, Jack Curley, a 2013 grad, along with Brandon Becker, a 2011 grad, as they will be facing Merlin University in Des Moines. And finally, the last one, Timmy Tutton at Ellsworth Community College, a 2014 graduate, as they will take on Highland Community College, and that will be in Kansas. So we wish best of luck for the former West Delaware graduates, and wish them the best of luck in their upcoming games tomorrow, as they will be spread out all over.
And let's take a look at some area scores here at halftime. It's Anamosa 21, Northeast Goose Lake 7. Bellevue leads Alburnett 36-0. Mount Vernon leads Comanche 14-7. All these are at halftime. Second quarter, Central of Elkader 74, Cedar Valley Christian 0. That was in the second quarter. That one got ugly out of the way. Dyke New Hartford over Clayton Ridge right now, 28-0 in the fourth quarter. Cedar Rapids Xavier 45, Central Clinton 3. Waukon leads Dyersville Beckman 14-8 in a very close one. Lisbon Big over East Buchanan in the half, 40-0. So you've got some scores in the area. Waverly Shell Rock over Independence in second quarter, 24-7. Iowa City West 24, Iowa City High 0. Cedar Rapids Wash 21, Linn-Mar 3. And so let's see, anybody else here? Don Bosco, Don Bosco 28-4, Meskwaki 8 in the area. Southwind 12, New Hampton 7. I know that Southwind's got a pretty good ball club. North Fayette Valley leads Owine 7-0. And that was from the first quarter. We've got no score down at North Lynn right now. And no score from Easton Valley or Starmont in the area. And I think that'll be about do it here as far as scores go from the area teams. Monticello leads West Liberty 10-0 at halftime. And with that, we'll send it back to the station. And Denny, we'll pick it up here in a few minutes as we bring the second half here from Brown Field. Our score at halftime, West Delaware 20, Vinton Shellsburg 7. You're listening to Mix 94.7 FM, KMCH.
What station is this?
Eastern Iowa's variety station, Mix 94.7, KMCH, Manchester.
Welcome back to Brown Field, 20-7 our score here. Bill Logan, you came out of the halftime locker room, and are you all smiles?
Well, yeah, I am.
How's West? How about
he caught the attention of, I think, about 50 young people in that locker room, and they're just making some adjustments. If you watch that first half, they got 8, 9 guys in the box, and it's been tough for Chloe Russell to get anything going because they have got the game plan designed that they are not going to beat by Chloe Russell.
Right.
So Brent Lammer says, well, I'll beat you then, because he's doing a nice job of pulling that out, reading that option, pulling it back from Chloe, and going out on his own. He's made a couple nice passes. He scrambled out of the pocket. And if they're going to continue to put 8, 9 in the box, Brent Lammer's going to have a huge second half as big as he did the first. The first half for the Hawks, 285 total yards of offense. Lammer's leading with 148 rushing. Russell, 15 carries for 34 yards. They've done a tremendous job of boxing him up. Passing 6 out of 11 for 104. So 285 yards of offense. and they're kind of struggling. They've taken Coy out of the game, and still almost 300 yards of offense. So tremendous job by everybody else, in that offense, and I think you'll see a lot of that in the second half as well.
Well, Bill, what kind of an adjustment do you think Vinton Shellsburg could possibly make? Is they've needed 9 guys in the box to stop Russell.
Well, they're not going to change it. I don't think, I'd be shocked if they're going to change it. If anything, they might take one more guy out of the box, and if I was them, I'd spy on John Dangle. Just simply that guy's a beast. And if I'm Brent Lammers, I'm going to find him a little more here in the second half as well, because he's a great target to be able to throw to. Defensively, you got to like everything this West Delaware defense has done. They only gave up 100 yards of total offense in that first half. 90 of it was in the first quarter. So that was a tremendous, tremendous first half of defense by the Hawks. Now they just got to be able to take advantage offensively. They got inside the red zone twice, got turned away. And once they scored, had it called back on an iffy penalty, but referee threw it, and we got to live with it, and we couldn't overcome it. So got to take advantage of some of the things that the defense has given the offense there in the second half. But we'll be able to hopefully set that tone in the third quarter here. Hawks are going to have to kick off to Vinton Shellsburg here right off the bat.
Bill, anything about injuries? It looked like everybody was pretty healthy.
Yeah, for the most part. There's still nicks and bruises and bumps and everything going on. Solly's having a little problem with that ankle. He's still not 100%. So you're going to see him and Cole, go in and out all the time type of stuff. So, the Hawks just need to clean a few things up, type of stuff, and that's what the coaches do at halftime. And I tell you what, I'm just totally amazed at this coaching staff, the things that they do at halftime as far as going in there and making these little changes and doing all these adjustments, and we'll see how that works here in the second half.
And with that, we'll get ready for the second half here at Brown Field. 20-7 our score. We'll take a break and come right back with the opening kickoff. You're listening to Mix 94.7 FM, KMCH.
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime. Featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point.
Eastern Iowa's high school sports play-by-play leader, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Welcome back to West Delaware football. Make sure you stay tuned for the area game of the week with Maquoketa Valley and Edgewood-Colesburg. And then stay tuned tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for the Coach's Corner. And that follows right after that with the Iowa Hawkeyes as they travel to Pittsburgh for an 11 o'clock kickoff. And then tomorrow also, Iowa State will be hosting Baylor.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what time that was. I think it's a late afternoon night game, possibly. I know it was kind of to be determined because of maybe a primetime showmatch.
Hawks will be defending the south end zone, and the kick by Reed sails back and goes into the end zone. That's the last two have sailed out of the end zone. So with that strong wind, a kick, and it'd be 1st and 10 from the 20 for Vinton Shellsburg.
That's going to be interesting to see what this coaching staff has done for adjustments. As Bill said there at halftime, the defense for the Hawks have done an outstanding job, especially in the second quarter, of really shutting down that Vinton offense. So you like to see them come right back out and do the same thing to start off the second half.
Well, Coach Wamachil of Vinton Shellsburg, you wonder if they made any adjustments here. As I think we picked up, too, they were keying on Russell in that first half. We'll see what happens here. Handoff left side it goes, around the corner. A pickup of close to 8 yards for Vinton Shellsburg over on the far left side. Vinton Shellsburg going from our left to our right here in those white uniforms. They almost reminiscent of Iowa Hawkeye uniform of days of old with the white tops, the black numbers, the gold pants with the black stripes, black helmets. Cole with a tackle for West Delaware. It's 2nd down and 2 from the 29-yard line. Wide out to the left side. End and tight goes from right to left in motion. Hand off to the fullback straight up the middle once again here. Driven back hard by a trio of Hawks.
Yeah, Drew Cole and also Colin Brown in on the stop for the Hawks. So a nice job to set up a 3rd down here in short. You're looking at maybe a possibility of a QB sneak here or try to draw the Hawks offside. So it's really important for the Hawks to watch the ball here and get a good push off the snap.
3rd down and a half a yard here. 10:56 to go in our first half, and a quarterback keep right up the middle. Should be good for a first down. And so it's 1st and 10, Vinton Shellsburg. So I'll give the Vikings a first down. Nice crowd across the way. I'd say most of the Vinton Shellsburg crowd sitting in the bleachers. Few on the sideline. Now, of course, West Delaware, you got fans from the wrapped around the corner of both end zones. Of course, the south end zone's packed, as is the bleachers right directly below us. Handoff right side it goes between the guard tackle gap. They pick up about 6 on the play. It's now 2nd down and 4. Nagel comes up and makes the big hit for West Delaware.
As that was Zach Highland on the carry forward of Vinton on the end around. Nice job by Nagel to come up and make that stop.
So 2nd and 4 from the 38 with 10 minutes to go here in our third quarter. Handoff from the far side of the field. Turning it up is Nick Highland. Highland, the leading rusher for Vinton Shellsburg, picks up another first down. So Vinton Shellsburg mixing it up a little bit, going up the gut and then running those end arounds. And so it's 1st and 10 out to the 43-yard line.
Austin Bishop on the stop there for the Hawks from his cornerback or linebacker position.
Very methodical. Vinton Shellsburg is here. They're dropping back to pass. The quarterback, Jordan Wamachill, rolls out, throws it down the right sideline, close to intercepted, and rolls out of bounds, right at the ankles of one of the coaches there on the far sideline, right underneath us. So it's 2nd down and 10 now from the 43-yard line. 9:53 to go here in our third quarter.
Trent Curley on the defending that pass there and doing a nice job of defending and almost coming up with an interception, making a diving attempt to the out of bounds, but coming up a little short. Probably would have been out of bounds if he ended up catching that.
Wide out the right side, ball on the far left hash mark, motion from the right to left. It goes on far to the left sideline, and this time they're not going to go anywhere with it. Nick Highland with the carry. Again, that end around. This time West Delaware penetrated too much, and he ran into a wall of defenders over there. Picked up a yard. It's now 3rd down and 8.
Colin Weber on the stop along with Adam Newhouse, doing a nice job of pursuing that end around, as we've seen that a couple times so far on this drive.
So 3rd and 8 with 9:26 to go here in the third quarter. Twins on the right side, Twins to the left. Out of the shotgun. We haven't seen much of that. Dropping back, the quarterback, Wamachill, under pressure, and he goes down hard back at the 30-yard line. That sack's going to cost him about 15 yards. You wonder why he didn't come out of the shotgun. The play took too long to develop, and he got blindsided.
Adam Newhouse on the sack there did a nice job of pursuing that, getting a good push off the ball, snap, and getting in the backfield, dropping him for a big loss.
Punter standing back at the 20-yard line for Vinton Shellsburg is Aaron Henderson. 2 backs for West Delaware return men standing back at about the 40. And so this has been a bugaboo. The 2 snaps were bad in the first half. This one was a good one. A nice kick into the wind, and it's going to be caught at the 45-yard line.
Down puts there, making that fair catch.
So 1st and 10 here. And Maquoketa Valley big over Edco right now, 49-6. 20-7 our score here from Brown Field. 8:28 to go in our third quarter. Wideouts to both sides for West Delaware. Hand off to fullback, inside it goes. A big block up front. And cutting around the left side, it's the 30, the 20, the 10, dodging back across the middle, and it is a touchdown. Well, you thought you can't keep Coy Russell quiet all night long, and that was a terrific block up front. I'm almost guessing that might even been a middle trap as he squirted through that defensive line untouched, got to about the 30, took a couple steps horizontally to the left and cut back to the right and back to the left, and went into the end zone untouched. So that run, a long run. What was that,
54.
Tony? 54-yard run by Coy Russell. Wow, 26-7, and that was one for the highlight film. That one was an amazing run. Point after 10 is good. The kick, good by Reitz, and it's 27-7. You're talking like that was just amazing, that run. He dodged, I would think, at least 3 tacklers just by cutting.
Yeah, and after his initial blow through the line, which was a nice job, running off the left side of center and left guard, Newhouse and Solomon, and Austin Monahan pulling from his guard position, doing a nice job of kicking out and getting Russell at second level, and then he was off to the races, and then we've seen him breaking a few tackles and being really shifty, and we've noticed that all year with Coy, that he can be really shifty, and we got him finally a chance to get to that second level. Nice job by the offensive line, allowing Coy to get to that second level.
You couldn't have dreamed of a more of a fun play. I mean, if you were to have a play for a movie, that's one where, he cuts left, cuts right, cuts left, and he's still not done, and he cuts into the end zone. And it's just an electrifying run there, just outstanding. 27-7 our score with 8:15 to go in the third quarter. Reitz will be doing the kicking again. Last two kicks have sailed into the end zone. Let's see if old Alex has got his leg on again here.
I think we have a new kicker. I think it's Brent Lammers.
Well, it is Lammers, actually, yes. Lammers is out front. This is a high end-over-end kick. It's going to scooch at the 10 down to the 5. And they're going to bring it back across all the way left side. A couple of big blocks there. And tackled at the 15, return at 10. So Lammers did do the kicking there. So 27-7 our score here. Vinton Shellsburg with the football from the 15-yard line.
The Hawks kind of got a little something going here to start the second half, so you'd like to see if the defense is going to feed off of that and keep playing strong.
8:07 to go in the third, 27-7. And hard to believe that this game was so close in that first quarter. 7-7 for most of the way. Hand off on the far left side, end around again. This one now to Joel Barnes. Joel Barnes, a 5'10", 170-pound junior. Had 177 yards coming in tonight, averaging 7.7 a carry.
Austin Bishop on the stop there, coming from his corner position. And the Hawks need to do a really good job of sealing off that right side, containing on the outside. The defensive ends need to watch that.
Picked up the first down, 27-7 here. So 1st and 10 from the 26. Wide outs to both sides. Slot man goes in motion from left to right, gets the handoff, coming around this side, the end around. Is Highland. Highland breaks one tackle, and Heisman jumps over the top of the second, and before he's knocked out of bounds at about the 40-yard line, good for another first down.
Bennett Cole on the stop there for the Hawks, doing a nice job.
And somebody down here for West Delaware. It looks like it might be.
Looks like it could be Colin Weber.
Yeah,
it's hard to see. I think it's 71.
I believe so. There was a hard hit there. I mean, you heard the crowd groan. I mean, they all saw it too. I mean, it was coming around the end there, and he got blindsided. He had his beat on the running back, and was one of those situations where he got hit from the side, actually.
I kind of wonder if there's some cramps, though, because they're stretching him out a little bit. So I wonder if he got a little bit of a cramp going on.
Yeah, he's coming off a little frustrated. One of those things where you get pushed out of the situation. You're a little bit out of the. I want to say you're out of position a little bit. You get pushed the wrong way. Things not up on you. Ball in the near hash mark. 27-7 to score. Motion from left to right. Now a hand off again to the far sideline. So it's end around. This time they give it back to Joel Barnes. So Barnes comes from the right side end around to the far left side in front of the Vinton Shellsburg sideline. It's now second down and 16 from the 20.
Brent Lammers on the stop, playing linebacker, coming in and playing a little defense. Nice job of stopping that end around.
7:16 to go here in our third quarter. 27-7. Second and 15 from the 21. Twins on the right side, wide out the left side. Slot goes from motion from left to right. Quarterback drops back to Tats. Wamichill throws one to the sideline. It's going to be caught, but he's probably going to be stepped out of bounds. And so it actually is incomplete as he was out of bounds. So it brings up 3rd down and long. Under 7 minutes to go here now in our third quarter.
Trent Curley defending that pass there on the near sideline right along the West Delaware sideline.
3rd and 15 for Vikings.
3rd and 15 for Vinton Shellsburg. The Hawks hoping to keep that district record on the win side here. Won last week big over Waverly Shell Rock. And tonight they lead 27-7. Other area scores: Cascade leaves Tipton 35-7. The Cascade Western Dubuque also having a very nice ball club. Monticello still leads West Liberty 10-0. Solon on top of Marion 7-0. West Branch leads North Cedar 35-21. North Fayette Valley still 7-0 over Owine. Pass across the far sideline, going to be caught, but only get to pick up 3 on the play. Nick Highland with the reception for Vinton Shellsburg.
Good stop there by the Hawk defense. Doing a nice job. There could have been many yards gained there by Vinton. They lost a few, actually, so a good stand there by the Hawks.
Hawks starting to flex their muscles here, aren't they, Tony? They're becoming more dominant offensively and defensively.
Yeah, that might be just a little bit with conditioning also. Vinton could be getting a little tired here, and, the Hawks are keeping that Vinton defense on the field and wearing them out. Punter
Aaron Henderson back at the 5-yard line nearly gets it blocked, and are they going to call a flag? Yes, they are. It's going to be roughing the punter. And the return, forget about that one. It's going to be first down, Vinton Shellsburg, as, it was almost a block. And then there's a flag over in front of the sideline as well. So we've got 2 flags out here. One definitely roughing the punter, no question about it. And I think Owen Ward came in there, almost had it, but it didn't make any contact with the football. And the second one happened where the tackle occurred, down at the 38-yard line. So we've got flags back at the 10, one at the 30, about the 34-yard line, where the tackle ensued. So roughing the kicker, and I believe they're going to take that one, of course. That's the major one. They got to take that one. And what's the other one? Personal foul against West Delaware as well. They're going to decline that one. So 2 penalties against the Hawks. The first one was roughing the punter, and the second was a personal foul against West Delaware. They're going to decline that one, but this is going to be a big one for Vinton Shellsburg, and they've got a first down.
That's an automatic first down when you rough the kickers. So, Hawk defense is going to have to dig down here and make a big stop.
So 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Vinton Shellsburg gets a break. They're going to need a few of them. They're down by 3 scores with 6:11 to go in the third quarter. 27-7. 3 unanswered scores here for West Delaware. West knotted up 7-7. Coach Winkowitz out there talking right now with the trio of officials.
I think he's wondering why the ball got spotted at the 35 on the roughing the kicker.
Well, it'll be a 15-yard penalty, is it not? From the line of scrimmage, right? I believe. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Typically, that's how it goes, isn't it?
I think so.
Handoff left guard tackle gap, and this one's going to squirt for a first down, and a whole bunch more across the 50, and another flag. This one goes against West Delaware. A big run by Brandon Geiger.
The face mask.
Geiger with a run of about 24 down to the 41-yard line, and this one will go against West Delaware. They're going to tack this one on at the end, I believe. So now the official's picking the ball up. I don't see why they picked the ball. I guess he can pick it up. Why did he pick the ball up?
I don't know. I was kind of wondering
that, too. Isn't that kind of strange? I mean,
yeah.
You just pick the ball up and run back with it. Now he's going to mark it off here. So that's a bad one. That's another 15-yard penalty. So now you got 30 yards of penalties for Vinton Shellsburg. Also a loss of possession for West Delaware. Vinton Shellsburg now down to the 27-yard line with 6:04 to go in the third quarter. Just like that, you're giving Vinton Shellsburg basically field position on this drive. Wideouts to both sides. Slot goes from left to right. He gets the football, end around on the right side. Nick Highland, he gets inside the 20, and then he's tackled at the 20. So Highland picks up another 8. There's still a lot of fight left in these Vikings. No question about that. 27-7 to score here. They get a quick score here. They're back in it.
Yeah, they're definitely. And Vinton's doing a nice job of sealing off those ends. It's not allowing Bennett Cole and John Nagel to keep, that contain of letting them get it around to the outside and gain a lot of yards.
2nd and 3 from the 20 with 5:24 to go in the third quarter. 27-7 the score. Wideouts to both sides. Slot on the left side goes in motion, and they hand off to the fullback inside, who picks up the first down. That's Brandon Geiger. So 1st and 10, Vinton Shellsburg.
Drew Cole on the tackle there for the Hawks, along with Colin Brown.
They're going to say he's a little bit short here. Now they're talking about it, so the spot actually is going to go back a little bit. Nope, it's going to be a measurement here. Bill, what do you think about the measurement?
Well, after he moved the ball around and sat it down for the second time, I think they're going to have a first down. It looks maybe by right for the ball.
Well, that guy's kind of possessive of that ball, too. Did you see the last penalty?
He picks that up, and that's how it is, and he's going home with it.
Yeah, no one's going to take it from him, is he? You can't play without it.
The ball. First down.
So 1st and 10, Vinton Shellsburg. That's crazy. Bill, they've given the Vikings 30 yards of penalties here.
Yeah, that was a huge roughing the punter. We'd have had the ball in their half of the field, and here now Vinton's taking advantage of it. Get a nice drive going here now in the red zone, so Hawks got to come up with some D.
Wideouts to both sides. Slot goes in motion from right to left. Quarterback rolls out to his left. Under pressure, comes back, dodges one tackle, then a second, then he's tackled from behind. No gain on the play for Jordan Wamachil. My bet is Wamachil's the coach's son, as they've both got the same last name.
Right. Adam Newhouse on the stop there for the Hawks, doing a nice job of getting a good push up front and then containing, not allowing Wamachek to come back to the near side here and gain positive yards.
2nd and 12 from the 19-yard line. Wideouts to both sides. Ball between the hash marks. Slot on the left side. Motion from left to right, and a flag thrown there. That one a little bit offside. Yeah, that one was a false start there. Boy, illegal procedure against that snap was late. A lot of guys were moving, and the ball wasn't.
Yeah, it was tough there for Vinton, but the Hawks are going to take it, push them back a little bit. It's time for this defense to shine. Kind of hurt themselves with some big penalties. Now they got to fight a little bit and come back and get a good stop here.
2nd and 17 from the 24, so the last two plays they've backed up. So 2nd and 17, slot goes from left to right. The quarterback drops back under pressure. Passes left side flat. It's going to be caught. Flag thrown back and be behind the quarterback. This one's going to be good, close to a first down. Bit of a slant pass. And it's going to be holding against Vinton Shellsburg. And that Coach Wamachil jumping up and down across the way. He's furious. Absolutely furious. He's out on the field, barking at the official, and they're going to bring that one back now. That was kind of a late release. The back blocked for 2 seconds, then it released and slipped out of that block, and by then everybody had cleared out. It was a well-designed play.
Very nice design play there for Vinton. Everyone on the defensive linebackers were not expecting a back to come out of the backfield yet. And catch the ball. So a nice job by Vinton coming up with a play, but kind of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit with a holding penalty.
2nd and 27 from the 34. The last three plays have backed up the Vikings. Everybody inside here. Quarterback drops back to pass. Good protection. Throws one down the left sideline. Far sideline it goes. It's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Austin Bonzak, was overthrown. 5'10", 150-pound junior. Stops the clock here with 3:50 to go in the third. Now it's 3rd down and long, and they need 27 for a first down at the 34-yard line. The ball sits.
Austin Bishop and Bennett Cole on the coverage there for the Hawks. Just a nice job. Big 3rd down here for the Hawks to make a big stop.
Gorgeous night for football, though. You can't complain about this. Mid-September, it's nice. Gotta love the weather. 67 degrees right now. 3rd and 27 from the 34. Slot man goes from motion from the left to right. The quarterback rolls out to the right side, looks down the field as he runs to the sideline and throws that one away and almost hits a little kid dressed in orange over here.
He definitely threw it away.
Those little guys, they're probably about third graders, saw that football coming to them, and one of them reacted to try to catch it. The other two ran away from it. 4th down now and 27 from the 34-yard line.
It looks like Vinton's going to bring on the punting unit here. He's got to watch them, though, just in case if they try to go for it here on 4th down with a fake.
4th and 27, though, from the 34. Boy, that's going to be a nice fake, though, Tony. Yeah, I'd call that. You going to call that one?
No, I ain't going to call a fake here.
South Wind leads North New Hampton 18-7. North Fayette Valley over Owen right now 7-0. The punt is going to be a high kick. It's going to come down. That wind's still blowing it. It's going to blow it out. It goes out of bounds. And they say it's going to go out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. So that's going to be a kick of about 20 yards. So 1st and 10, Vinton at West Delaware with 3:37 to go here in our third quarter. The Hawks on top 27-7. Couple of electrifying runs for West Delaware. One by Brent Labber in the first half, and the second one by Coy Russell in the second half. Bill, which was your favorite? (27-7) our score here with 3:37 to go here in the third quarter. Wideouts to both sides here. Lammers with the handoff, tucks it away. The 20, the 25, breaks a tackle. The 30, the 35, breaks another tackle. Stiff arm, another stiff arm. Across the 40, the 50, still on his feet. And he's knocked out of bounds inside Vinton Shellsburg territory. 10, 20, 35-yard run by Brent Lammers. I counted at least 4 stiff arms, 3 broke tackles.
Yeah, nice job by Brent keeping the legs moving and fighting off the defenders and getting a big gain for the Hawks there.
So 1st and 10, they say stepped out of bounds back at the 49-yard line. 3:23 to go here in the third quarter. 27-7 the score here. The official timeout across the way. The Hawks with the wind at their back here. Wind looks like it's died down quite a bit, though. Hawks going from our right to our left towards the north end zone here for the final 3:23 here of the third quarter. Lammers out of the pistol, about 3 yards back. Hands off to Russell. Russell slips and falls at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Russell just lost his footing there and had a big hole. I bet his eyes just got real big there. A nice big hole off that left side in between Adam Newhouse and Colin Weber. Just kind of lost his footing a little bit on a cutback.
Could be getting a little slippery out there as the sun sets and the dew point. Wide out to both sides for West Delaware. Russell behind Lammers, who stands about 3 yards behind the center. Lammers pulls it out of Russell. Fake pass. Across the middle it goes. It's going to be caught inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line. Good for a first down.
Yeah, intended receiver John Nagel doing a nice job of hauling that pass in and picking up the first down for the Hawks.
Well done for West Delaware, mixing it up there. So they keep things a-rolling. Wide out to both sides. Ball in the near hash mark. Lammers hands off to Russell. He tucks it away. Stood up the line of scrimmage and dropped. It's now 2nd and 10.
As we got back to the line of scrimmage, Vinton's got a player down right now.
So 2nd 10, right at the right where Russell went down. So it's 2nd down and 11. He's coming off under his own power, though.
Yeah, I think he might have took a little bit of a hit there. He's kind of walking a little bit funny there.
A little funny. It's one of those concussion kind of a walk, you think?
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
They're very, very careful on those concussions now, in all sports, not just football. But, boy, I was looking at how specific and how strict they are. It's like if you go out, if you think they've got a concussion, they are not coming back in until the trained, certified healthcare provider takes a look at it. It could be a certified trainer or a doctor or somebody that's certified. So they're taking that quite seriously. 2nd and 11 from the 38 at the 39-yard line. The Hawks sit. Wideouts to both sides. Three-man front now for Vinton Shellsburg. Handoff inside. Russell busts it loose downside the 30. Slips a tackle inside the 20. Slips another tackle. Slips a third tackle. Touchdown. Wow, he just literally ran over three guys, and one guy's still down on the ground.
Yeah, just a nice job. Did you see the hole that he had there?
Yeah.
Just a nice big hole created by the middle three there, Adam Newhouse, Ryan Solomon, and a big kick out by Austin Monahan. Just a nice job. And then Coy determined to get to the end zone and 38-yard touchdown run.
Well, Vinton Shellsburg has changed their defense. They put three-man up. They had a man on the nose, or the center, had two guys over the tackles. Linebackers were off the line. They were in a five-man front. Now they're in a three. And so that's really given a nice hole there for West Delaware. Wow, 33-7 with 2:07 to go. In the third quarter, that one's up and through. And that would be a 33-yard touchdown run by Coy Russell. Very, very impressive. And that now with the kick good by Reitz, it's 34-7. Wow.
Nice job, starting off at their own 14 and putting a drive together. 4 plays in a minute 7. Kind of quick, but, you got to get some points on the board.
You sure do. 34-7. I'd like to thank these area sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. 24-hour total fitness, above and beyond healthcare and hospice, Advanced Eye Care Associates, American Trust, Beavers Lounge, Bob Stephen Motors, Citizen State Bank, Community Savings Bank, Dairy Queen, Delhi Lumber, Don & Juan LLC, DePaco, Eastern Iowa Shopper, Dyersville Commercial, Edgewood Reminder, F&M Bank, Fairway, Fireside Pub and Steakhouse, GNB Bank, Georgian Auto, Good Neighborhood Society, Greenworks Landscaping, Hartridge Golf Course, Jay's Auto, Krager Body Shop, Leonard Mueller Funeral Home, Long-Term Medical Supply, Lucky Building Center, Manchester Press, Niehaus Construction and Concrete, Northeast Iowa Telephone, Northwestern Mutual Insurance, Parrot Insurance, Regional Medical Center, State Farm Insurance with Julie Smith Agency, Talkie Motors, Three Rivers FS Company, Tri-Vet, and Viafield. And here we go to the kickoff now. Once again, for West Delaware, it's Brent Lammers. This kick, end-over-end kick inside the 10, picked up out to the 15, the 20, the 25, on his feet, the 30, across the 33. Return of about 27 yards out to the 33-yard line. 1:59 to go here in our third quarter. 34-7 the score. One wouldn't have thought this game would have been this much of a lead for West Delaware if you would have saw that first quarter.
Yeah, that's just right. Exactly right. It was 7-7 at the end of the first quarter, so Vinton was playing West Delaware real tough here, but West Delaware kind of started finding the plays that they needed to run and opened it up for them.
And off left side it goes. A pickup of 2 on the play out to the 35. So it's second down now and 8.
Is Ryan Solomon on the tackle there from his linebacker position.
34-7 with 1:34 to go here. Both teams with 3 timeouts here in this second half.
Gain of 3 makes it 2nd and 7.
Starting to look real impressive here. Wideouts to both sides. Handoff around left side. And we got a little bit of a reverse here. The Hawks stay home, and a nice tackle inside.
Barnes, the ball carrier.
Barnes with the carry, but the nice tackle. They're staying home there. Linebacker for West Delaware.
Colin Brown and Bennett Cole and on the stop there, doing a nice job of containing that outside and pushing that play back up the middle, giving Colin Brown that tackle.
3rd and 7 with the 36-yard line with 55 seconds to go here in our third quarter. It's been all West Delaware here in the second half. Wide out on the right side. Dropping back, the quarterback rolls to his right. Almachill under pressure, throws the sideline pass. Going to be incomplete as both the intended receiver and West Delaware's Trent Curley race out of bounds. So Austin Bonsack had nowhere to go to get open here, and it will be a punt for Vinton and Shellsburg with 41 seconds to go in the third.
A nice job by the Hawk defense of getting a 3-and-out here. They just got to watch themselves and don't shoot themselves in the foot with a penalty.
Very methodical. The West Delaware defense doing a great job here. Even when they came around, they gave the Vinton Shellsburg 30 yards of penalties. They still somehow came back, and now they've got the Vinton Shellsburg punting here. Another good snap. Bad snaps in the first half really cost the Vikings as they gave up a good field position. This is a nice punt. About a 45-yard punt down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10, no return on that one. 1st and 10 for West Delaware from the 30-yard line. Again, make sure you stay tuned for the area game of the week, which will be the Edgewood Colesburg Vikings traveling down to Maquoketa Valley to take on the number 1 Wildcats. Outstanding running back, Parmalee is.
Yeah, doing a nice job for the Wildcats so far this year. You look to see Maquoketa Valley go on a little run here through district play.
1st and 10 from the 30. Wideouts to both sides. Lammers with the snap, drops back to pass. This one he lets uncock down the far sideline, and it's going to fall incomplete. Neither receiver could have caught it, neither defender or the receiver, as they got tangled up. Their feet did. That was Owen Ward getting tangled up there with, I believe, Tanner Davis. And
that was Austin Bishop.
Oh, Bishop, okay. So there's nowhere to go with it.
No, it was well overthrown. He was kind of looking to ask for a flag, but they had no chance of getting a flag.
So 24 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 34-7 our score. Wideouts to both sides for the Hawks. Lammers out of that pistol, 3 yards back behind the center. Takes the handoff to Russell, and he takes it up himself. Puts his shoulder down, gets across the 35-yard line. It's now 3rd down and 4.
Doing that little bit of a read option there, and Brent didn't like what he's seen with Coy's option, so he kept it and ran around to the near side here and gained about 5 to 6 yards.
But what's really nice about that, though, is how well the offensive line is blocking to give him time to really react to the situation.
Absolutely.
That brings our third quarter to a close. The West Delaware Hawks lead Vinton Shellsburg 34-7. We'll be back in a minute with more football here from Brown Field. You're listening to Mix 94.7 FM, KMCH.
You are listening to
Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter here at Brown Field. 34-7 the score. West Delaware in control of this one over Vinton and Shellsburg. Other area scores, Bellevue over Alburnett 50-6 right now. Big score here, Xavier 59, Central Clinton 3. Hand off inside, off left tackle. Russell with the carry. Doesn't look like he picked up the first down.
Could be just short of the first down there.
Dyke New Hartford over Clayton Ridge 35-0. Lisbon over East Buchanan 47-8. Waukon big over Dyersville Beckman 20-8 right now, and that one in the half. So a few of these games kind of shaking out. Waverly Shellrock over Independence 24-7. 4th down and a short yard here. Lammers under center at quarterback keeper. Tucks a break, doesn't make the first time. Then he bounces around the second time, and it looks like he might have got it on a good second effort. Initially, Lammers was back in the punt situation, more of a pistol situation. Then he raced up there under the center, took the snap, and tried to follow the center, but that wasn't going to go anywhere, so he bounced around the right side, and he's got the first down. So 1st and 10 West Delaware off the quarterback keeper.
A nice job by Brent to bounce to the right side and follow up the right two.
Hand off inside, good for another first down. The Hawks. Russell did it on himself. He squirted through the right side of the line, and falling forward picks up a good 11. So it's 1st and 10 West Delaware with 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 34-7 our score.
Yeah, Russell's starting to get a little something going here in the second half. That offensive line's doing a great job here in the second half. Must have a little fire lit under him, doing a nice job of blocking and creating some holes for Russell.
Center point Urbana, the 20, Columbus Catholic, 13. Hand off inside. Russell again breaks another and a second down, and now he's going to the races. 2 white jerseys chasing him, and they can't touch him. Touchdown, West Delaware. This one from 48 yards out. Another big run, 40-7. 40-7 right now. The difference, wow. Difference is 33. They go for 2, then we got that 35-point rule in effect.
You can definitely tell this Hawk coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime because in the first half you couldn't get Coy any yards. only had, I think, right around 23 yards, I think Bill said. And, now he opened it up in here in the second half, and he's got to be flirting with 100.
Point after attempt is good. And so now our score is 40-7 with 10:42 to go here in our fourth quarter. Well, that's kind of a classy move. They could have went for 2, and then it would have been a continuous clock. And then, you can't get your subs in as much because, the game's pretty much out of reach. But, now they're sitting at the 34-point mark, so now, the clock stops.
Yeah,
it's kind of really a classy move.
Right, and I think you're going to start seeing some new bodies come in here for the Hawks with this big lead. So we're going to be calling a lot of different names here, I would assume, here real shortly.
Monticello over West Liberty in the fourth quarter, 13-0. 10:42 to go here in the contest, 41-7 the score. Hawks really dominating the last 3 quarters. Very much so. So Brent Lammers will be kicking once again here. Lammers also doing the punting. Flag's pretty much blown dead. Just a little bit of wind here, so it shouldn't have too much effect, as Lammers had been sailing balls out of the end zone all night long. So this one's another booming kick, going to be caught back at the 10, out to the 15, middle return, the 20, the 25. Fumble on the play here, and Vinton Shellsburg maintains it, so it's 1st and 10. Vikings, return of about 15 yards.
I have to correct myself because we have a loyal listener from Pittsburgh, Jamie. Coy Russell had 34 yards in the first half, so I want to correct that because we have Jamie listening and, picking everything out.
So 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line with 10:37 to go here in the contest. The Hawks really dominating this one. Both ends in tight. Hand off the right side. It goes to the fullback, and he's being driven back and back further and further towards the end zone. They were dancing back to the end zone. Max Ridenauer got in there and just took him back hard. 2nd down and 11 now.
Max Ridenauer and Bennett Cole in there on the stop for the Hawks. Are going to start seeing some new faces as Austin Monahan's going to come in and play a little defense.
So 2nd down and 11 with 10:11 to go in the fourth quarter. 41-7 to score. Dominating performance. For 3 quarters, they pretty much dominated Coy Russell, but now in the second half, boy, did he break loose with some big runs. Quarterback keeper from the far side of the field. Actually, it's a run by Jordan Wamachil. Wamachil picks up 4 on the play. It's now 3rd down. Big factor in that first half was how well Brent Lammers ran the football and passed. No question about that, and that forced Vinton Shellsburg to adjust their defense in the second half to take care of Lammers more, and that opened up Russell.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see a few new Hawk faces in there as Caleb Whitman, number 21, the junior, will be in there playing linebacker, along with Spencer Barron, a defensive line junior, 5'9".
Ball thrown down the far sideline. Overthrown the intended receiver, Sean Knoller. That one would have been a pass of about 45 yards. Falls incomplete. Well covered, though. Stops the clock with 9:08 to go in the contest. 4th and 7 from the 28. Vinton Shellsburg will be punting with that wind at their back. 2 deep in.
Brett Roush also getting in there on defense for the Hawks. So a lot of new faces as we're going to see that probably the rest of the way out.
Punter for Vinton Shellsburg back at about the 15-yard line. 2 deep men for West Delaware standing just outside the 30. This kick, a nice spiraling kick, is going to bounce down the sideline, goes out of bounds, no return on it. They're going to say it goes out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. About a 45-yard kick with the wind. Exactly 9 minutes to go in the contest. 41-7 the score here. West Delaware in control. Hawks got by a very tough Waverly Shell Rock team last week, and tonight they've got a Vinton Shellsburg team, which, looking at stats online as far as the division goes, Vinton Shellsburg's like in second place as far as rushing goes. They came in here the second leading rushing team with over 823 yards. But, I mean, West Delaware's pretty much stifled that.
Yeah, but we've also seen them run the ball pretty well. We've seen that one long run for the lone touchdown.
Here we go. Hand off to Russell around the right guard tackle gap across the 45. Pick up about 5 on the play. And, of course, the quarterback has pretty good, both quarterbacks know their thing here. But, boy, Lammers, what an arm. And how much speed can he have? And, boy, can he use that stiff arm.
Yeah, he's just doing a nice job of controlling this, being the leader of this football team and doing what it takes. In the time, when Coy Russell's kind of getting shut down a little bit in the first half, he did a nice job of picking them up.
Hand off to Russell around the left guard tackle gap, and he didn't get touched. Side steps, complete, and breaks one tackle, then a second. Flag thrown as he goes down the far side of the field, right in front of the Vinton Shellsburg bench at about the 46-yard line. So let's see where this one goes here, because that one was thrown.
Face mask.
That was thrown as he went down the third. Well, that's the one where they could bring him down. That time it's like, he broke 2 tackles. But, he sidestepped at a 90-degree angle. He's going full speed out there, and suddenly he cuts to the left at a 90 degrees, and then he pulled down. So it's going to be a first down for West Delaware, down to the 38-yard line. 41-7 our score with 8:17 to go.
As we're going to have a new quarterback now, and I think it's going to be Max Reidenauer. I believe. Everyone's kind of just standing around here. It's hard to tell, but yeah, Max Reidenauer is a quarterback now with Dallin Putz in the backfield.
Wings on both sides here. So going to be a keeper by Reidenauer. Tucks it up. Right side. He goes inside the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Just like that. Boom. In the end zone. They should have made that switch a little bit earlier. That's a good score there. That was from the 38 yards out. Reidenauer with the run. Now we're going to have continuous clock here. Yeah, they actually subbed out here, and he went in untouched. Literally untouched.
Offensive line's doing a great job in the second half. We've seen that last play with Russell. It was 10 yards before he was even touched, so just a nice job of blocking by the offensive line. Give credit to all 4 of those guys up front, and that would be Colin Weber, Adam Newhouse, Ryan Solomon, Austin Monahan, Colin Brown.
Ward holding. The kick is through the uprights. That's Alec Reitz with the point after attempt. Good. And so the Hawks lead now 48-7. As soon as we have the kickoff, we'll have a continuous clock here. Hawks with 3 timeouts left. Vinton Shellsburg with 3, but I think that's a moot point here when you're up as big as the Hawks are. Took the Hawks a little while to get unhinged here in the first half, but boy, have they woken up, and are they playing well right now.
Yeah, the Hawks are doing a nice job. The second half was just a whole different story of what the first half was. Just hitting everything right on the head of all aspects of the game, special teams, defense, and offense. Everything is clicking right now. It kind of hurts that you could have done that right off the bat in the first half, but you got the cobwebs out, and they're rolling now.
7:47 to go in this contest. A lot of area schools. Marion trails Solon 14-0. That's a fairly close win. We had a couple of scores that were kind of surprising. I would say, CPU playing Waterloo Columbus close is kind of surprising, 20-13. This kick going to be caught at the 15, out to the 20, the 25, the 30. Across the 30, out to the 34-yard line.
As that kick was kicked by Brent Lammers, and Brent Lammers has been doing the kicking all night. We apologize for kind of getting a little mix-up there.
Doing a great job of kicking all night.
Absolutely. Volleyball fans, don't miss next week's broadcast, as the Hawks will travel to Anamosa to take the Blue Raiders. Join John Swisher as he will call that contest starting around 7:30 right here on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7.
1st and 10 for Vinton Shellsburg. Motion from left to right by Nick Highland. On the right side he goes across the 50 and steps out of bounds. Picks up about 18, so 1st and 10, Vinton Shellsburg.
As we'll see the continuous clock now, so it's gonna really move along here.
So 1st and 10, Vinton Shellsburg. A lot of the Hawk starters are on the sideline right now. You know, you got Nagel down there. You got quite a few of them.
Yeah, there are a lot of new faces in there as Eric Vasquez in there playing on the defensive line. Try to get you some more names here.
And up left guard tackle gap, a carry there by Joel Barnes. Pickup of 3 for Vinton Shellsburg across the 50.
Joel Barnes, the ball carrier.
Down to 6 minutes to go. It usually takes about a minute off the clock for every play. Usually it's about a minute. You know, it takes about that long if you were just to play it in real life here, and that's what you're doing. So the continuous clock, it goes really quick.
Austin Sabalka in there, Ryan DeSoto, Kyle Curley in there playing for the Hawks now.
And up straight up the middle, down to the 45-yard line, a pickup of 5 on the play. That one carried by Brandon Geiger, the 6', 200-pound senior. Vinton Shellsburg still's got their starters in there, of course, trying to work on things. Get a little momentum for next week. 48-7 here with 5:36 and counting. Continuous clock. Hawks dominated tonight. Roll out to the left side is Wamachill. Then he comes back to the right. Then he tucks it away. Races the far sideline. He's going to run it now. Finally gets to the line of scrimmage. Picks up the first down. Breaks another tackle. Then a third. And then a fourth. And inside the 30 down to the 28. And we've got a we got a Vinton Shellsburg Viking down on the ground. Back at about the line of scrimmage. That was a nice run of about 22 yards there for Wamachill. So it's 48-7 here with 5:17 to go as the chain gang moves. They do stop the clock. And coming off slowly is Sean Noller for Vinton Shellsburg.
Alex Reitz and Aaron Demmer in there for the Hawks. Nice to see these guys get some playing time because they take a lot of brunt through the week, doing that scout team and everything else. So you got to give these guys some credits, and it's nice to see these guys get out on the field and get in a little action here on Friday night.
West Delaware takes a timeout. We'll take one, too. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Mix 94.7 FM, KMCH.
Mix 94.7.
1st and 10 from the 30. Vinton Shellsburg around the right side. Wamachill's pass goes out of bounds, incomplete. 2nd down and 10 now. 5 minutes to go in the contest.
The senior Nick LaRosa also getting in the defensive back area. So a nice job by the Hawks here as they're getting a lot of new faces in here, getting a little bit of time here on the playing field.
2nd and 10 from the 30. Vinton Shellsburg trying to get another score on the board. Wide outs to both sides. Back and back goes from right to left. Got a lead blocker, nowhere to go, and he gets dropped for a loss of 5. That Hawk defense is still playing tough, though. Carried by
Eric Vasquez in on the stop there as he did a nice job coming from his right defensive end and containing and coming up with that stop. Also Caleb Whitman in on the tackle.
Wes Edwards with the carry, a loss of 4. 4 minutes to go now in the contest. 48-7 to score here. 3rd and 14 from the 34. Plenty of 4s on the board. 4th quarter. Twins to both sides for Vinton Shellsburg. Ball in the near hash mark. Fumble on the play, and Vinton Shellsburg covers it up quickly. Wamachill does. And so it brings up now 4th down. At the 35. No gain or loss on the play. They just fell on at the line of scrimmage.
Coach Wink and the coaching staff's got to be really happy with the way the second-team defense, they're playing strong, not allowing Vinton to get much rhythm here, still with their starters in.
Wamachill drops back, slant pass across the right side, falls incomplete. Intended receiver was a slant pass on the right side to left. It was Brian Stainbrook, the intended receiver.
Caleb Whitman was in coverage there as he did a nice job of knocking that pass down.
So 1st and 10 West Delaware with 3 minutes to go now in the contest.
Coach Wink's having a little gathering over here on the sideline, trying to figure out who he's probably going to put in on this offense and trying to make sure he has enough out there.
Hawks still with 2 timeouts left. They might even use it to get these guys in. It's a tough one to get these guys in, full wholesale substitutions here.
Yeah,
you got 2 timeouts. You might as well use it. Why don't you use one?
Right.
You know?
And we got, the great numbers here, and so they're trying to get everyone a little bit of time and playing here.
So here we go. 2:30 and counting, so it's nice to get so many guys in here. The Hawks have got a huge lineup on the sideline. Wideouts to both sides, ball in the near hash mark. That is Reitnauer, is not?
Yep.
Reitnauer hands off, left side falling forward, the back there, number 21, huh?
Caleb Whitman.
Caleb Whitman, a 5'9" junior.
So the Hawks also have Blake Schneider in on the offensive line.
2nd down and 9 with 2 minutes to go here. Boy, does it go quick with that continuous clock.
Nolan Lindauer also in on the offensive line.
2nd down and 9 from the 36. Twins on the left side, wide out on the right side. Out of the pistol formation. Reitnauer tucks it away. He's going to turn to the short side of the field. Breaks 1 tackle, then a 2nd, then a 3rd. And he's on his way inside the 50 down to the 42. That is a run of about 24 yards. So a good run there by Reitnauer.
A nice job on the right side of that offensive line. Blake Schneider along with Spencer Barron and Eric Vassy sealing off that right side. So nice job by the offensive line.
1st and 10 from the 42 with 1:18 to go and counting in the contest. Big plays by Lammer and Russell tonight made the difference here. A couple bad punt snaps, too, by Vinton Shellsburg really aided the Hawks with some good field position. Hand off to Russell inside, sidesteps 1 tackler. Not Russell, I'm sorry. I'm used to saying Russell's name here again. That handoff inside there to Caleb Whitman. Picks up 3, is 2nd down now.
Bennett Cole also on that offensive line. Aaron Demmer getting a little offensive action. Just spreading it all out. Along with Nick LaRosa.
Reitnauer out of the pistol again. A little bit of high snap, pulls it in. Gives it to Whitman. Whitman straight up the right side. Breaks a tackle. Tripped up down to the 27. He was looking at the end zone. He could see it. You could see that. One man to beat came up and gave him an ankle tackle. 19 seconds to go here. West Delaware. Let's see if they can get one more play off.
That was a nice job by the offensive line, doing a little kick out, little trap action, and everything panned out in a good game there for Whitman.
And that's going to bring our game to a close here. The West Delaware Hawks blow this one wide open with a strong second half. 48-7 our score here. We'll take a break and come back with post-game comments from Bill Logan, Coach Winkowitz, and Tony Marbach as well, and talk about what's up for tomorrow. Catch you up some area scores as well for tonight. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to 94.7 FM KMCH.
What station is this?
Eastern Iowa's variety station, Mix 94.7 KMCH, Manchester.
Welcome back to Brownfield. The Hawks with a huge win over Vinton Shellsburg. Now in Class 3A District 3. Looks like the 4 favorites won. West Delaware won. Charles City was leading big. Decorah was leading. And Waverly Shell Rock evens their record at 1-1. And the 3 other teams, of course, Independence, Vinton, Shellsburg, Crestwood, all probably going to move to 0-2. Your perspective tonight, Tony?
2 different games, I guess. First half compared to second half. And the Hawks really come out. Great adjustments in the second half by the coaching staff. And great job by the kids responding to those adjustments, doing what they were told, what they were asked of, and really come out and really showed why they're ranked in the top 10, top 5 in Class 3A.
Bill Logan, you were down on the sideline the entire night. You saw a wonderful performance. My gosh, the runs by both Russell and Lammers and the passing. Boy, you got to give a lot of credit to the offensive and defensive lines as well.
Well, that was just a great team effort here tonight, and you guys witnessed some records here tonight, and that's what all the hooting and hollering in the postgame down here was. He announced that Brent Lammer set the career total offense record. He set that early in the first quarter on that touchdown run, and that's just a tribute to guys catching the ball and guys blocking, and that's a total team record right there, even though it's going under Brent's name. he doesn't do that without, some other kids doing some things for him. And then, total offense, I had to scurry up here real quick and then go over there and dig out my file. That was also a team record for most yardage in a game tonight, 580 yards of offense.
Wow.
Record was 569 back in the 2008 season. So congratulations to this 2014 Hawk team as they put their name in that record book for most yardage in a game. 40 rushes, 463 yards, so over 10 yards of rush tonight. 7 out of 13 passing, 117 yards, so 580 yards of offense. But, also, I tell you, he said, I don't have enough balls out there to give game balls away to everybody. So he sits there and he goes, defense, they should get one. They only allowed 203 yards of defense tonight. What a great job that Coach Coates and those guys do with that defense, and they really shut down pretty much everything that Vinton Shellsburg wanted to do outside of the 146-yard scramble. They really kept them in check all night long. So, great job, both sides of the ball here tonight. And, hey, now we get to go into homecoming week. Not too many bumps and bruises down here. Not visible yet. They'll be sore in the morning, and we'll figure that out in the morning. But, great job here in Hawkland tonight.
It certainly was here. Vinton Shellsburg had Russell corralled in that first quarter. But Lammers said, you worry about him. You don't have to worry about me now. And do you think that was the big thing? I noticed that Vinton Shellsburg backed a couple linebackers off there in that second half.
Yeah, they did. And Brent Lammers had 148 yards in the first half, and he had 42 in the second half for 190, by the quarterback, 201 by Russell, and he only had 34 at halftime. So great adjustment and just a fantastic job here tonight by the Hawks.
Well, I tell you what, Bill, we got to talk about football here. Of course, Iowa plays Pittsburgh tomorrow. And it's going to be a great game tomorrow. Pittsburgh's 3-0. They're looking for their first 4-0 start, I think, since 2000. They're having a great year tomorrow. Big game for Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yeah, it is. And I'm not going to give you a score until I hear Tony tell me what Jamie and Aaron's are. Tony, I hear you got them.
I do got them.
All right,
I'll make a deal.
Let them out here because I think we're going to get shocked.
I can only give you one. And I'm going to give you Aaron's first, and then you have to do yours because Jamie's listening.
Yeah, I know he is.
So I'm going to tell you Aaron's, and Aaron has predicted Pitt to win 31-21.
Yeah, I figured that one was coming.
So this is a big game for the Hawkeyes tomorrow.
My heart is always going to say the Iowa Hawkeyes are going to win every game that they're going to go play, and then my head has to kick in, and
you don't have to use your head, Bill.
Well, I don't use it very often, but I got a feeling here that I'm hoping because I'm going to pick them to lose this game, that they're going to turn around and prove me wrong, but I don't know. I'm just not real comfortable that they can stop the running game from Pittsburgh.
Right.
That guy's averaging, 180 yards a game or something. And unless they can figure out how to stop him, it could be a long day tomorrow for the Hawks. So I'm going to say 24-16 Pitt.
All right.
They will cover the spread. It's the first time the Hawks are going to have a spread covered this year.
I'm sure Jamie's got a story behind his pick, but I don't know it. So I'm just going to tell you, Jamie has got Iowa to win it tomorrow. 24-23. So Aaron and Jamie both get to witness this tomorrow in Pittsburgh. So hopefully they can come back to Iowa with an Iowa victory.
Yeah, I hope that's true.
Certainly is here. Well, again, stay tuned here as soon as we're done here with the playback game of the week here, with the area game of the week with Maquoketa Valley and Edkill. Bill, beautiful night for football down there on the field.
It was absolutely perfect night here. This is what football's all about, is this kind of weather. This is more football weather than last Friday night. But, hey, the Hawks will play in whatever weather we get. It's nice to have a dry night on Friday night. Good working with you guys tonight.
It's been a pleasure, Bill. It's always been a joy anytime I can hear your wonderful voice.
Good job, Bill.
Good job. We'll see you later. And so for Tony Margaret back and Bill Logan, this is Kevin Schuckman. Good night, everybody, and stay tuned for the area football game of the week with the Edgewood-Colesburg Vikings and the Maquoketa Valley Wildcats. You're listening to Mix 94.7 FM, KMCH.